Yo, what's up? Welcome to another episode of What You Think podcast right here. Streaming live from downtown Las Vegas. I'm your host, Quan59, and I got my man in the building, Jamahal Sweet Dreams Hill.
What's going on? Good people. We got a great show tonight. A lot of good topics, some controversial topics, and we got some great minds here to break it down. I'm excited, man.
Yes, sir. We have a big show. We have a lot of people in the studio. We got more people coming in the studio, too, but we have the woman back. She was back by popular demand, Jamal.
By popular demand.
They were asking about her in the comments last week, but she might be here a lot. But we got Elaine Castro back in the building.
Hello, hello.
How you
for
feeling?
having me. Wonderful, per usual. Thank you.
Per usual. So professional. We appreciate having you on. We had a great time with you last time, so me and Jamal been talking, man. We got to get her back on. So
thank you.
It's been a great show. Yeah, the people love it. Love the way you represented yourself. Everything. They also like looking at you.
Oh, thanks.
The chat. You know, so yeah, it's great to have you back.
I mean, they don't want to look at me and Jamal all night, so you definitely help. No one wants to look at you.
You see these
Do
curls?
you see the comments you get?
You see these curls? It's love.
Oh, the curls.
It's love wrapped up in a little bit of
love wrapped up in hate.
I will say.
They hate you. But we're going to talk about a lot of that tonight because we have some legends in the building. I'm going to start first with my homeboy. He's done some podcasts in here. He loves that seat, so I had to leave it open for him. But we got the coach, Larry Wade, in the building.
What's up, everybody? Look, I'm happy to be back. And you're right. I do love this seat because this seat is always the hot seat. I like all those type of topics. So we're going to definitely have a real conversation. And hopefully I keep some fans and hopefully I gain a few more. You might not always like what I have to say, but I'm definitely going to get it off.
And you've coached a lot of boxing, right? Have you ever coached MMA?
Never. I had a lot of opportunities, and I'm not going to take away the introduction, but to the man to my left, I always thought we were going to get a chance to work together. We have not, which is crazy. We're in the same city, in the same sports, and I just haven't had the opportunity to collaborate with him. But as he introduces you, I just want to let you know I'm still looking forward to that opportunity. So not as of yet, but I hope to have that opportunity soon.
Well, listen, What You Think podcast is not just a podcast, but we bring people together and make things happen. So that will happen, I believe. But we have another legend in the building.
Ooh, legend.
Legend. You see him all the time. He's everywhere. But, Francis probably your biggest fighter right now. I love Francis, man. He's been in here a few times. Really good dude. But we have the legend Dewey Cooper in the building.
What's up, everyone? And Coach Larry Wade. We actually had worked with one person before this last fight, Amir Abdallah. How you forget that?
Well, we didn't get a chance to get the fight in, though. Amir Abdallah, who we all know and we love Amir. We were working together for that fight. Yes. I was super excited for that fight, and it didn't happen. He decided he wanted to take another path, which I think is the absolute best decision he's ever made, and he's actually affecting a whole impacting a lot of people now outside of just himself. He's helped build a lot of great champions and putting people in the opportunity to be successful, including us at times
including
as well,
you too.
including Elaine as well. So no, we definitely had our chance. He was looking good.
Yes.
He just decided he had another path he wanted to go down.
Yes, and so people don't know Amir Abdallah, the guy who advises and manages, Caleb Plant, Badu Jack, and several other
Larry
people.
Wade as well.
Larry Wade, Nico Ali, all these guys.
He was here a few weeks ago, too.
Amir Abdallah, my Muslim brothers, an undefeated world champion, retired undefeated. And I was his coach. We won a world championship together, and we worked after we won the title. And, the fight didn't go through. So we have.
Yes, we have. We get to get the show together.
Yeah.
We have.
So unless one tell him, man, you owe us another fight, we still need that fight.
Man. First of all, it's a pleasure being here to all you guys. Guys, all you guys say you like Elaine so much. She brought notes, man. She's prepared. She's
prepared.
I'm nervous.
She's prepared.
When I saw the notes, I was like, man, this is going to be a long
night.
It's
Elaine versus everyone.
Hold up that notebook, Elaine. Look at that. She is ready.
Yes.
She is ready.
Let's go.
No taker. Listen, we're going to jump in right away. We've been seeing a lot. This conversation's been going on for a while, but we saw Bobby Green a couple weeks ago spar with one of the boxers for Adrian Broner and Dean, what's his name?
Dean the Great.
Dean the Great.
Yeah.
I don't know what he's great at, but they sparred, and he kind of handled the guy in sparring, right? And so that conversation sparked back up, and so we're going to talk about it here tonight. So we have a boxing coach, a boxing UFC everything coach, a UFC fighter, and Elaine, who's covered both. And then me, I'll fight anybody anytime. You know what I'm saying?
Lord.
I just need you guys to train me a little bit
Look,
first.
I'm not trying to save you tonight. Nah.
But listen, we get a lot of crazy comments on the internet about this stuff, but I wanted to get a round table and speak about it with people that actually know. And is this ever going to happen? We see a lot of boxers fight MMA in boxing, but boxers don't seem to want to go to MMA.
Real fast. It's already happened, guys. Just because it wasn't a UFC fight does not mean it happened. The very first time it happened was ex-UFC heavyweight champion Tim Silva versus ex-boxing champion Ray Mercer.
Oh, yeah.
And Ray Mercer knocked him out in the cage. Guys, put some respect on boxer's name.
Hey, hold on. Here's the thing. But we got respect on it, but there was an added agreement to that. To not grapple, to not take him to the ground.
Tim Silva was a striker anyway. He didn't take anyone to the ground. Tim Silva struck everyone. So for
what
us,
year did this happen to? And Tim Silva,
look it up online. Ray Mercer was much older than him. Guys, it's happened.
Yeah.
It's happened. It really did. James Toney and Randy Couture was after that.
Yep, I have that.
So right now, guys, it's 1-1. It's 1-1. You know what I mean?
well, no, because then we had Conor
McGregor.
Conor went over and Floyd with the Floyd against Floyd.
Yeah. But
Got
we're
thumped up.
But we're talking about boxing going to MMA and
you're talking
MMA.
about
Okay, we got Carissa Shields.
We're talking about cage. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's even. You know what I mean? As far as we're talking about UFC fighters, ex-UFC champions versus boxing people are 1-1.
Right.
Man, Tim Silva was from the dark ages.
Yeah,
man.
but still, he was the dark ages, man.
Wait a minute. When it comes
Tim Silva was UFC champion, guys.
But when it comes
wasn't
to
like
age,
us.
you have to really respect the age. It's not based on the young guys. We're different. Whether it's 1960, 70, 80, 90 is still relevant today.
Yes.
So you can't just ignore it like it didn't happen.
I don't ignore it. He knocked him out in what, like 10 seconds?
Yeah, he knocked him out early.
Like the first, probably like one of the first punches that he threw.
It all started with Ali and the karate guy way back. Several boxers did K1 when K1 was more popular, when UFC was growing. Shannon Briggs fought K1 fights. Ray Mercer fought K1 fights. These boxers aren't afraid to fight MMA, guys. It can happen. It just doesn't, because the money isn't just resounding enough for them.
Now we're having a real conversation.
So
now we're having a real conversation.
No, and we can get to that. But here's what
I'm not pro either one. I love them both.
Yeah.
I love them both.
But the bag is different.
The bag is definitely
Yes.
the bag is
different.
definitely
But
the
it
bag
is
is different at the highest level. At the
Yeah,
highest level of boxing,
different.
the bag is different. I would say a lot of us at the top level of MMA, we do out earn a lot of boxers.
For sure.
You know what I
at
mean?
what
We do
level,
out earn a lot of
not on the world
boxers.
championship level.
Yes,
Not on the
yes.
world championship. That's what I'm saying. The 1%,
Yeah.
the top 1%, the world championship, and some of the challenges. I'll even say some of the
absolutely.
challenges.
Yes.
We depending. I have to see some. I would have to see some of the person.
I done seen some bags.
I done made a.
I done been in some bags.
I done made a pretty good bag.
bags.
I
I'm
made a
telling
pretty
you
good
guys,
bag in that.
I don't wanna
How
get
you think I get to eat? I see some bags.
Me too. I've seen some bags.
I know you
Guys,
see some bags.
I don't want to close the show. I can end the show right now, but I'm gonna wait.
He was with Francis while he was at the top in the UFC getting paid, and then whenever he went over to boxing, he got paid.
It's a
too.
whole different world, whole different stratosphere, but
Different
not
bag.
but not
Completely.
that. UFC fighters like this man, UFC champions, they make real money. But the UFC fighter isn't paid that much. You have to be in the top echelon of the UFC to start making money with a fan base.
Yeah.
If you compare that to the top echelon of boxer who's not even a champion making money, the boxer still makes more money.
I have a story.
Let's not forget that.
We used to work out at the UNLV track up here, and I had a guy who was going to be fighting for a world title at UFC, and he was a lighter guy, and he asked me if I would be willing to train him. And when he told me he was going to fight for a world title, I was very interested and even excited. And I was like, so, okay, when is it? How much time do I have? Let's talk the business. Now, at the same time, I got some up-and-coming guys who are just getting to their first opportunity to fight a world title, even a title eliminator. And he was telling me 25 to 30,000 is all he was getting paid. This was like 8 to 10 years ago, right? When that same fighter was going to make a 250 to 300,000 for his first one. That's 10% of what this guy was making. Wow. And the same amount of time is needed.
From the
the boxer.
Yeah, it's the same amount of time needed to train him.
Yeah,
so
it's the same today.
It's
just more money, but it's the same.
100%. Yeah. Well, a lot of that is because of boxing, right? The UFC learned from what happened in boxing. They learned from what Oscar De La Hoya and what Floyd did. You know, they built their names within like top rank within those organizations, and then they struck out and went on their own. The UFC is not going to allow you to do that. Of course, the UFC is not going to promote any fighter bigger than the brand, right? They kind of made that. They kind of did that with Conor, and they were actually able to ring him in for the Floyd fight.
Yes,
right. But like, if let's say like a Conor McGregor, right? If Conor had went away from the UFC and decided, hey, I'm gonna fight, I'm gonna do the Nate Diaz rematch. Or I'm gonna fight Habib or one of these other guys. One of these other guys with actually a good name outside of UFC. He would have made the same type of back that those top boxers are making.
Well, let's talk about the business. I understand the formula, the game plan, and the template that you guys have used, but the goal in this space is become a world champion and make money, right?
That's our goal.
And try to do it while you still have your faculties too, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
You guys don't have a retirement, do you?
Like retirement, like through the UFC?
Yeah.
They're work for
no
hires.
retirement, and you guys don't even
we're subcontract. So technically our title, we're subcontractors.
And you guys don't have, since you don't have a retirement, you also don't have sponsorships, which helps you. And what type of insurance are you guys provided outside of the actual fight?
So what they do as far as that, it's like a $1,500 deductible. Now they will cover you after that.
So if after the fight, say you're not fighting for a year, are you insured for that year?
Yeah, I haven't fought in a year. I've been injured.
The answer to that question, as long as you're still on the roster.
So then you just pay the deductible.
Roster.
Yeah, you just pay the deductible.
Because the reason I'm asking that question is because in boxing, yes, these guys will go to promoters and they'll get an opportunity to build them up. And when that contract is through, they do have an opportunity to decide whether or not they want to step out on their own. The promoter still can sign them, but it's going to take a lot more money because they have more value, right?
Right.
But if the goal is to win championships and to make money, and in this certain vehicle, you're not able to make the right amount of money to live the rest of your life, you have no choice. In that vehicle, you better hope you become a world champion, that you save every dime, because 10 years from now, what is it going to look like?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. See, I was one of those guys. I'm not really like flashy or nothing like that with other things. So I still.
You gotta save every dime.
I don't have to fight no more if I really don't want to. If I wanted to retire right now, I could retire right now.
But clearly, you still have all your faculties, so we wouldn't be having this podcast.
Yeah, 100%.
But everyone doesn't have that same luxury.
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. Fighters aren't the smartest guys. Just to be honest, just being straight up honest. For the most part, a lot of guys they fight because they don't really have that mental fortitude to lock in and do other things.
I don't know if I agree with that, man.
Yeah.
I got some.
Everyone's different.
I'm with some really
I
smart
can't speak
guys.
from a boxer. I can't speak from a boxer.
Period,
I know there's a lot of highly intelligent MMA fighters.
Yeah.
Caleb Plant, Sean Porter, Jake Paul,
Aljamain Sterling, Habib.
These guys are all super intelligent.
Those are
Jack. These guys are really smart.
All right, let me land this on what I mean by that. What I mean by that is the reason why a lot of times guys don't have leverage to be like, oh no, I'm not going to do that or not, because there's another guy who's hungry, who's starving, who will come up and he'll fight for nothing.
For sure.
You get what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So they can always go next man up.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm gonna be honest, those guys those guys that are willing to come in and take that spot and put themselves in just because they don't have that money yet, not the smartest guys. They're not always the smartest dudes. You know what I mean? I'm speaking from an MMA perspective.
Right, I get it.
I can't speak. I know boxers, and all the boxers I know are fairly intelligent. Floyd is very intelligent.
Very smart, yeah.
You know what I mean? Shane Mosley Jr., his son, very intelligent.
Yeah. Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Guys, yeah.
Like a lot of even Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder is very intelligent. I talk to these guys. These are guys I'm really, really cool with. You know what I mean? So from that perspective, Yeah, there are. But at the same time, there are a lot of dumbass fighters that will step in.
There are a lot of
on
them.
that.
One thing I will add, what to Coach Wade was saying, especially from a business perspective, a lot of people that you mentioned, Mosley and, people that Coach Wade mentioned, they have a good team behind them. And that actually also matters. UFC doesn't really allow for you to have a team that dictates what's happening on the back end, because they're like, this is what you're going to sign and this is what you get, take it or leave it. Versus on the boxing side, you have people, a whole team, not only an advisor, you have a lawyer, and you have, a coach, and then you have a nutritionist. You have just a bunch of people, just kind of like a team behind you, just kind of like supporting your career. Therefore, it allows you to make kind of better decisions because you have people backing you.
And helping them decide whether or not you should take this fight or not take this fight. I've negotiated deals, and I'm the trainer, and I've negotiated deals. I know you have.
Yes, several
so
times.
we can kind of make that determination, and you can correct me if I'm wrong because I don't know. From what I hear and see, you guys don't get an opportunity to say no. Once that guy's there, you got to go with it.
No, you can say no.
You can?
Yeah, 100%.
You can't say no, but guys have been released for saying
They
no.
have
with
been,
winning
they've been
records
released. They
and
have
all
been
that.
reprimanded. They have been reprimanded.
You
for
can say
saying
no once or twice. Because I've had fighters
But
that
then on the
train.
flip coin, we also have you, Jamahal, that just admitted that, if the money is right, you will go into the cage hurt. And it's like,
100%.
That's a lot of people. That's boxers do the
Yeah.
same. Boxers do the same.
But
But the thing is, everybody here deals with something.
Yeah.
A camp is long, it's grueling, it's you pushing your body to the max every day. So it's you're gonna have some hurt, you're gonna have some hurts and some dings. And I'm not the best one because I came back 7 months after Achilles surgery. You know what I mean? And fought just. They offered me a match.
Totally be careful playing basketball.
They offered to put me in that upper echelon of paid guys. So I did do that, and I did have some bad repercussions because of that. It led to other injuries.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And now I've taken the year and change off now to get myself back right, so I can push back. I actually just got cleared. Today's like my first day being cleared to be back fully training.
Hey.
You know what I mean? So
Congrats.
I'm excited for that. I got some rounds in. I've been getting some rounds in recently.
Yeah.
So it's just feel good. I'm just happy to be back.
But like Coach Larry Wade was saying, let's finish the business model topic.
Yeah.
It's a cultural thing as well. We're talking about fighters being dumb, etc. The business model of the UFC is all about the company's expansion, not the fighter's popularity. In boxing, it's all about the popularity of the fighter. And that's the distinction. That's the difference. Once we finish with that contract with Top Rank, PBC, all these things, we can have our own promotion and make money and do co-promotions with our ex-boss.
That's right.
In UFC, the culture isn't like that. If you leave UFC, you see what happened with Francis Ngannou, the political assassination campaigns and all of this. It ended up working out for him. Yeah. But Francis Ngannou is an enigma when it comes to leaving the UFC and things being okay.
Well, Francis moved the right way while he was in the UFC. Anybody that's ever talked to Francis, that's had a conversation with Francis, knows Francis' heart. You know what I mean? So we fully understood that every single fighter in the UFC back Francis was like, bro, go get that bag. Go get that bag.
But I'm just saying that's the difference. So the fighters, I don't think the fighters are dumb. They just have no choice. They feel
I'm not saying dumb as a whole. All right, I'm not saying dumb as a whole. I'm just saying it's some dummies in there, bro. There's some dummies in there. I'm gonna be real. There's some dummies.
Okay, everybody, we're at address 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Baker Street. He'll be done in 10 minutes.
The culture of MMA as a whole and the regulation of UFC don't allow you to really do your individual
But we do see
thing.
change now. You do see a hybrid version, which is, I guess, was kind of created before, but you do see MVP now going with PFL.
Yes.
And they're creating a totally different way of addressing it, which is crossover from some of the culture from boxing and some of the culture from the UFC.
Yes,
we got to see how that materializes.
But that's brand new.
They've been trying to do that outside of you. The UFC absolutely runs the sport of MMA.
Yes,
100%. They've bought out every single competition, every competitor that they've had, and then they remember for the longest people like, oh, Bellator. Bellator never even sniffed where the UFC is.
Well, Coach Wade, what do you think about MVP and PFL joining forces? And what impact do you think they could have?
I think it's great. I think it's an opportunity for you to be able to cross over some of the mindset and like Dewey said, some of the culture can transfer over. I've always wanted everyone in UFC and MMA and those type of sports to have an opportunity to receive more.
Yeah.
Get more support.
Yeah.
Also, underneath the brand of them, being able to have some independence, meaning that you're still a name. You're still a brand of yourself. I don't want to see after the end of your career that we totally forget who you are and what you're about because you didn't get a chance to really show the world who you were outside of fighting.
Right.
You have a personality. You have an opportunity to create a brand, not only for your legacy for yourself, but for your kids. I want to see more of that, right? And not me be able to see who you are and what you're about. What are you interested in, opposed to being under this umbrella that you can only function this kind of way.
But that's why I took to Instagram a lot, and I create content. I do a lot of content, a lot of things like that, and I've encouraged a lot of fighters to do that. One of the biggest ones that like, you know, Marab. I put Marab in a few of my videos like a few years back, and I'm like, bro, you are like, you're natural. You're a natural funny. You got to show this side. Now Marab does his own content. His content become bigger than mine.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I'm always excited to say that I 100% agree with that. It's a little more difficult because also MMA fighters are just really individuals. Like a lot of them have individual mindsets. Like very few of them can you actually even go to like, hey bro, what'd they pay you? What is your contracts looking like? What are your contract? So nobody even knows what anybody else, what the next person is making. So it's all a lot of echo and hearsay and things like that, you know, and you get screwed over that way as well. Another thing is
is that in your contracts or it's just the culture?
No, that's just the culture. It's not, man, I tell him, man, ask me, I tell you.
Yeah, right,
I tell him all the
right.
time. I'll be like, hey, but what you make? This is what I made. What you make?
Yeah, right.
Oh, I made enough. Especially if they feel like it may make them feel it's small.
I get that.
You
I get
what I'm
that.
saying?
I get that.
Like it's like that. But also though, like the management is also part of that as well. You know what I mean? Like, don't get me wrong, you can have management and they do just like how you said you have a team behind you. That depends on the management you have. Yes. Ali is getting his guys paid. Yes. Ali definitely gets his guys.
Ali, my brother.
You know what I mean? Yeah, he gets his guys paid. He's not, and one thing I can say, he's backing his fighters over the UFC.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? He'll go to bat for him. He'll make sure. If you don't have a guy like that, and then like my management, I'm with Vayner Sports. They have a way bigger umbrella than just the MMA. They more like the MMA is like a small portion of their company, right? They have NFL, NBA, MLB. They have all these other guys. But
let's not get confused on what I'm saying because I don't want it to look like I don't support anything that happens with UFC or MMA because I do. I really believe, especially now with them having Zuffa and giving boxers an opportunity. Mm-hmm. Yeah, everyone is not going to be at top rank or Golden Boy or PBC or MVP. Yeah. Everybody's not going to have an opportunity. This creates another opportunity for especially those guys who are right there on the brink of making it. And they haven't quite crossed over. Now, this is going to give you an opportunity to fight multiple times and actually get a consistent check and then hopefully catapult you to a place where you can get a world title and to have those conversations and get those multi-million-dollar purses. Yeah. So I've seen some of those deals, and I think that they all have a place, and I like it for those people trying to grow. What I would like to see is more of the crossover. Now, I know we spoke earlier a little bit about boxing versus MMA. Yeah. And I'm going to tell you right now, y'all stay out of that ring, boy. Y'all stay out of that boxing ring. Y'all gonna get work. Get up out of there.
The same for boxers coming over into MMA. You know, it's a reason why they don't. And I'm gonna be honest. The real reason why I feel that they don't is because of the skill gap. Whenever it comes to grappling, whenever it comes to kicking and doing everything and mixing everything all the way together, right? It's vastly different.
Yeah, you gotta respect them both for sure.
Like we talked about the sparring match. Bobby Green had another sparring match today against Barboza. And yeah, he looked like I haven't seen the whole thing, but it looked like he was touching him up. Now that's a top level boxer. That's a top level boxer. Yeah. In boxing, Bobby hasn't worked in boxing, hasn't worked enough boxing to be a top level boxer. Correct. But afterwards, they did a little bit of grappling. He choked Barboza out he choked him in like 20 seconds. As soon as he grabbed him, he got him down to the ground and he choked him in like 20 seconds. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's a completely different world whenever you add in the kicks, right? When you add in the grappling. And even the video that I said, that was just the message that I was putting out there like, hey, if we add absolutely everything into it, it's a completely different game.
The only problem with that is this. And I agree with you. I respect it. I'm not doing it. I respect it. But you ask a top level boxer, or even not top level, middle level boxer, to cross over and go into that circle, the money ain't good enough. You're going to get hurt for this much money, opposed to staying over here and possibly getting hurt for this much money. So yeah, that's going to be the major difference.
Yeah, 100%. I'm always for it. Get more money. Get
real quick, I want to play that Bobby Green from earlier.
Let's watch it.
Yeah, Barboza wasn't going hard.
He really wasn't.
He was. I watched the whole thing. If you get to about the 8-minute, 12-second mark, he hits Bobby with a few combinations that seemed a little more real, but he was talking to him. They were working. It wasn't personal like the Dean sparring.
And that's the thing I wanted. Like, bro, I know Bobby. I was just with Bobby this weekend. Me and Bobby got some rounds in on Saturday. You know what I mean? He just wants to learn. Like, we have no problem learning from boxers. One thing I even say this. One of the biggest deficiencies I found out in MMA that actually helped me get to a title fast, people getting the boxing. There's a huge there's a huge deficit in the boxing. And I learned a lot from Floyd beating Conor. The punching endurance alone. If you can make an MMA fighter punch a lot, and they'll get tired.
Oh yeah,
they will get tired.
Floyd knew that, by the way.
Yeah,
Floyd
he did. And that's what I said. And I said that even at the time during the fight, I wasn't like, oh, bro, let's go. Kind of, I already knew what was going to happen. Plus, Floyd is from where I'm from. Right. You know what I mean? I got a lot of game for the Johnny Walker knockout. Yes. One of my best knockouts. The punch that I hit him with, I got that from Floyd. Yeah. I text Floyd like, hey, yo, what's up with this pull punch counter? What's up with this pull right? Pull punch counter. The pull punch counter. And he was like, just try. He's like, just work it. Just try it on different. Just keep working it on sparring. Try it with different sparring partners, and just work it. You'll start to feel it. You'll start to find it. And
is that coaching? In the fight and knocked him coaching, or is that just their willingness to want to do it? Game. And here's a question I have, even though I kind of know some of these answers already. Yeah. Is there a coach that's got a world title in boxing and MMA?
Yes, me.
Wait, I'm about to say yes.
Absolutely.
I had to say it.
Preston Gunn, who finally got that UFC strap for us, and I won world championships with Jessica Rakoczy, Beibut Shumanov, Jesse Vargas, and Jamie Miracle Mitchell.
I just got 10 world
titles in boxing.
And I work, and me and Dewey done got work in. And that's one thing. Anytime I hit Dewey up, like, hey, yo, man, can I get some work?
Yeah,
sure.
And there's a reason I asked that, because I don't think every MMA trainer has the ability to be able to train from a boxing standpoint.
Yes.
And Coach, wait, you've been in Jake Paul's corner when he's fought some UFC fighters.
Oh yeah, for sure. Well, Mike Perry, he was. Well, no, Nate Diaz as well.
Nate Diaz,
yeah, Nate Diaz as well. So yeah, so we kind of understood what was in front of us, and the biggest key that we looked at in any of those fights is most MMA guys don't throw straight punches. Everything's around the corner.
They don't recall that punch.
So
leave it out there a little too.
If I'm going to put a boxer in front of any MMA guy, to shoot straight, strategic, basic punches, and it's going to land before he gets his round hook punch off to you. And we knew that. So that's what any guy, most of you guys train that way for a reason, because you got to be ready not only to throw punches, but to defend yourself and kick and be the grappler if you can, and that position is different.
Oh, I shoot straight punches.
But I don't doubt it either. I shoot straight punches. Doing real boxing.
But a lot of, like I said, like I'm just a student of combat sports, period. So I watched a lot of Floyd. I watched a lot of Canelo. I watched a lot of Bud. I watched a bunch of different.
Who's your favorite? I gotta ask.
I gotta go.
You go Floyd.
I learned so much.
So boxing is Floyd.
I learned so much from Floyd, from Floyd, watching him and learning, like, just picking up on his game, just little things that he do. That's why anytime you touch my body, you touch that elbow, that uppercut come clean. You've seen my hook? Is my hook? Would you say my hook is more of an MMA hook or a boxing hook?
It's a boxing hook.
You know what I mean? So, and that's because Otis. If you know Otis,
of course, everybody knows.
Bro, I'm talking
everybody knows.
Bro, I thought I was like that with the hook. I threw my hook. He like, what the f is that? I spent the whole day him cussing me out.
I used to spar, me and Otis used to spar in the 90s together. People don't realize Otis, all that shit talking he does all the time.
Oh, yeah.
I love that.
He grew up with James Toney, sparring James Toney, thousands of rounds.
Right.
And James Toney was a master boxer, but he talked a lot. That's why Otis got it from.
And don't get it confused.
James Toney.
O is in the gym, and he may look older, but O
He be
still got
getting
the
the head
hands.
action.
He will
I
get
used to
he
spar- I
just
used to
talk so
spar with
much
Otis
shit.
when I was 19 years
he'll
old.
get at you.
32 years ago.
Yeah, Otis
we
still
were
got it.
sparring.
And that's the thing.
Otis
That's
is
why
my
I can
brother.
like you know what I mean, like the one part about the thing what I said, I hate that it came off of me as me disrespecting boxing. You get what I'm saying? Because honestly, boxers have given me a lot to my game. Anytime like during the pandemic when I was out here, I had a fight coming up when I fought OSP. Remember when I touched OSP up, I'm like, yo, the PI hours is kind of funny thing. I text Floyd like, hey, this was going on. He like, Jim, be at the gym whenever, what time you want to be there.
Yeah.
I have somebody there for you. You know what I mean? My striking coach was a boxer. He originally boxed.
Okay.
You know what I mean? He's a little short, 5'5", little Mexican dude. But you know what I mean? That's why my style is kind of the way that it
That
is.
sound like Solace.
You know what I mean?
And yeah, we talked about this last week, but I want to
stupid.
play what you said on Instagram, and then Coach Wade, you know this dude who responded.
One of y'all boys got exposed. It is what it
Yeah, I
is.
wanna
It was a
talk about
spar.
this too.
He could learn from it. He can grow from it. Y'all could easily just leave it at that. All these boxers I'm seeing on here from all different weight classes hopping on, talking about Bobby Green this, Bobby Green that. Come pull up on this, come pull up on that. Bro, y'all are limited fighters. Boxing is a very limited part of what we do. In the real world, out on street fights and all of that shit, y'all are children. Y'all are complete children. We get done any type of way that we want.
And real quick, you're more responding because when Bobby did that fight, Broner and Dean
Bro,
the Great,
everybody in
they brought that fighter to Bobby Green saying, this guy's going to handle you. And so that's why you're responding to that,
Yeah,
because
but-
after the fight, they started acting funny about it.
Yeah.
But
But
that's the fighter they brought him.
It wasn't even just that, bro. It was like, bro, like person after person, boxer after boxer. They see one dude talking about I'm calling his gym or whatever. It's like, bro, that's still my boy. At the end of the day, that's still my boy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if y'all you want to come like that, we can get like that. You know what I mean? And I truly feel in a street fight outside of all of this, we definitely have the advantage there. Just because of the simple fact of if I get you down, leg kicks, calf kicks. Boxers aren't used to calf kicks. They're not used to T kicks to the stomach. They're not used to opening up and having to worry about getting taken down to the ground.
But okay, we're not talking about street fights. We're literally the conversation right now is stand up versus ground at the end of the day,
Yes.
right?
I don't
And
think
from
so.
what I'm getting right
Not
now
from my perspective.
is that MMA fighters will win under MMA rules and boxers will win technically under boxing rules,
It
right?
shouldn't,
Yeah,
it
basically
shouldn't
what
be
I'm saying,
because they're both proficient. That's what
Yes,
they do.
that's what they
They
do.
train all the time. But let's tackle what he just said, guys. And I hate to disagree with you, Jamal, because you're my brother.
No, bro, if you disagree with me, that's fine.
But hear me. Yes, philosophically speaking, the person with more weapons should have the advantage.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not always the case. In MMA, if we took the whole sport of MMA and see how many guys were knocked out by what technique, most of them are knocked out by hands.
Yeah.
But that's them implementing boxing within what they also know with
I'm
MMA.
just saying, knockouts by hands, right?
Yeah.
I just said it was a deficiency in MMA
no
with
doubt,
boxing. That's
no
what
doubt.
I
Remember,
capitalize on.
You gotta be like 70%.
Remember, from a guy who's fought professionally in boxing, kickboxing, and MMA. I fought a ring MMA fight and a cage MMA fight.
Yeah.
It comes down, when you're talking about street fighting, it comes down to that person. And advantage don't mean you win. You could be a kung fu guy and work on eye gouging and become an expert at that, and some dude try to grab you and you pull his fucking eye out, the fight's over.
Yeah.
So just
I'm
because
fighting with no, I'm
That's what I
fighting
was
with one eye.
Remember,
I'm fighting with one eye. I'm
so
in that motherfucker
in a
like
street
this.
fight, just because you can take someone down, you got to get to that takedown and get those hands. It can happen. I've been in street fights too. I've done all three professionally, and I can tell you right now, for MMA, it takes balls. You got to be kind of crazy and have a big heart to fight, to get in there and fight.
You gotta be a little crazy.
gotta be crazy
Fight
in
both.
boxing
a little
too.
crazy.
For,
Gotta be a little crazy for both.
let
To
me
get in there
finish.
and beat
For
on you.
kickboxing, you got to have a strong pain tolerance. Guys, ask Chuck Liddell. Kickboxing is the most pain. You clacking shins, you cannot take them down. It's bone on bone. You got to have a high pain tolerance. But for boxing, you got to have a real skill set. Because the thing you guys are forgetting, the least weapons you have, the more of an expert you have to be. You know what I mean? Boxing, that's why people get killed in boxing every year. It's the most dangerous fight sport because you got only two hands. When shit goes wrong, it can go terribly wrong. Now, in a fight, you would think the MMA guy has the advantage, but it's going to come down to the man.
But even talking about boxing,
it's a legitimate question. You mentioned something. A legitimate question is, how many guys in MMA die a year? Professionally,
but in the sport
y'all
of
get
MMA,
credits because
I'm going to ask the question. I don't know.
Only one guy or two guys know history. A 30-year thing of MMA.
We get what 7 to 9 every year.
Every year. That's what I'm telling you.
Yeah,
I don't think that's from the
technically
dangers.
the most dangerous.
100%. I've done
and
them
it's
all.
because like they get most of the hits
Boxing
like
way
literally
harder.
from
Because
body
you got
up,
two weapons, man.
and talking
That
about
shit
Bobby,
went
like
bad.
one of the things that I've seen him, as he was over there fighting is that he keeps his hands down. He was
You can't do
hands
that in
down,
boxing.
and it's like it's just different. By the time like Coach said, by the time they get that punch, he's already too slow for a technique fighter that only knows how to do stand up.
Boxing is so reflexive. Yeah.
And come on, be real. Last week you said boxing was king. Like
I never said that.
Yes, you did. I asked you. You're like, for sure,
He
you
probably
need
was
to know
thinking it.
boxing.
Said that.
He was probably thinking it, but
I
didn't
never-
say
I
it.
never-
He
I
was
never
thinking
said
it.
I was like, do you need
I never
boxing?
said-
I'm gonna go back to this
Boxing.
video real
Yeah, at
quick.
least I should know someone. Who do I know?
Do y'all?
Yo,
Paige,
I
God.
want to hear what you're saying.
Yo, Sean, who the fuck is this fat nigga with all these pimples on his face, God? Now I'm saying, who the fuck is this nigga, God?
Oh yeah.
Oh, they ain't tell you, Sean?
I text you that
They
if
ain't
you
tell
knew.
you I park his
Oh,
shit,
this somebody
God?
else talking.
Nah, I'm dead serious, Lord. I park his shit, God.
Oh, he talking about you?
I want no shit to
headphones
park
right
your
here.
fucking jaw, God. They ain't tell you? Nah, I shatter your shit, God. Word to mommy, God.
Yeah,
I
I
knock your
like that.
fucking
New
jaw
York
off the
dude.
bone,
I love
God.
it. I love the way he
I'm saying,
talking.
word to
I like
mother,
what he's
God.
saying,
I'm
though.
dead serious, God. So I go to...
All right, and the comments were crazy. I mean, he's really going in saying he's going to handle Jamahal. We looked up his record. He's 3-0, hasn't fought in 10 years. He fought at some restaurants and stuff like that. Coach Wade, let us know, is this a real fighter that's talking all this mess?
No, he's a real fighter. As a matter of fact, he's been in camps with us, and he can really fight. I don't know what his reason for not being as active, but he is a real fighter with an amateur background, and he does have a skill set. The thing that I feel the most, he's most adamant about is he ain't afraid to fight nobody at all. And it don't matter what.
He seemed kind of afraid to fight me. 'Cause I offered to
Jamal
fly him
said
out.
he'd fly him out
Because he's
here.
talking about, because my thing is this.
What,
when
did you
come
offer
on,
him
tell
some money, or you just say I'll fight you?
I told you, I told him I'd pay to fly. He didn't want to talk about he want to fight me, but he made another video saying he wanted to fight me. Talking about he'll break my jaw, he'll 106 and pork my jaw, and all this and that. I'm like, hey yo, bro, I will fly you out. I'll pay for your stay, all of that, and we can get in there and you can
I'm
find
definitely
out.
not gonna disrespect you.
You know what I'm saying? No, but my thing is this
You a
though.
real one, you know what I'm saying?
You can
So-
definitely. I offered to pay to fly him out and find out. You
Yeah.
can come find out.
Right.
I'm one of those ones because
Yeah.
I'm not just like. Don't get me wrong. Before this
Nah, he fight, though.
MMA and all of this, bro, I was in the trenches.
Yeah,
You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? I just traded trenches.
Most people
That was
from
it.
Michigan was
You
in
know
the
what I'm
trenches
saying?
at some point.
So
That's
that's
part of
why,
the
like,
game.
bro,
You know what I mean?
if you really, and the offer's still staying, bro.
Yeah.
If you want to pull up and you want to come fuck around and find out, I will definitely show you. I have no problem stepping up to anybody and showing them what I mean. And what I'm saying is this, right? And this is what I say from the bottom. Anybody can land a lucky punch.
Yes.
Anybody can land a lucky
Yes.
punch.
Yes.
I've never seen anybody land a lucky submission. I've never seen anybody luckily dominate somebody on the ground.
Yes.
It's not. It don't
A
happen
lucky
that way.
submission?
It don't happen that way.
I might have got
Lucky
lucky one
submission.
time
Be
and
real.
choked somebody
It's
out on the
skill
ground.
set.
Hey,
Allegedly,
set.
It might-
allegedly, I got lucky one time and choked somebody out on the ground I wasn't trained for.
But
Allegedly.
is that guy training for it?
I don't know what
Because
the
I've
hell-
been doing jujitsu for 17
he looked like
years.
he was trained to sleep
Yeah.
that
But
day.
listen
I
what I'm
don't
saying.
know.
I've been doing jujitsu for 17 years.
Yeah.
The minute I even get my hand on your hand, the
Yeah.
minute we can go like this. The minute I get my hand on your hand,
Why you gotta
you're
put
on
your
the ground.
put your hand
No,
on
I'm
that?
just saying like
Put your hand on that, man.
no.
You got this on the table.
Never. But like my thing is this: the minute we start pawing, like we can paw out.
Yeah.
The minute I get a hold of your hand, as soon as I grab your wrist, I can get you on the ground. Especially if you're not used to grappling.
Yeah.
If you're not used to grappling, you're not going to get away from me.
So with this, for this particular situation, are you talking about just boxing this guy? Or are you talking about everything?
No, he's
I'm talking about
fighting.
everything. He said fighting. To me,
He said he
fighting
could
is
fight
everything.
him because
To
he
me,
doesn't.
fighting is
He wasn't
everything.
respecting
No,
UFC fighters.
remember.
See, the thing is this though. Hold on, and this is also the thing. I have no problem going and boxing to get work in.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
When we just getting work in and I'm going to learn,
Right.
and that's the type of time I'm on. I have no problem going in there getting work. I know
Work is
I can
work,
learn.
yeah.
Work is work.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? But when you get to talking like that, doing all of that, you talking about fighting me, bro. Fighting. When I fight, everything's open. I'm elbowing you in your face. I'm kicking you in your head.
Oh, yeah,
I'm kicking
sure.
you everywhere.
There are no
You know
rules
what I
to
mean?
fighting. There are
Ain't
no
no-
rules.
ain't none of that.
There are no rules.
You know what I mean? I pull air out of lungs. I do all of that.
And that was my point. When it comes to a real fight, it's not guaranteed that anyone's going to win 100% of the time. That's all I'm saying to what he said. A boxer can't get in there and knock out an
They
MMA
can't catch him.
guy.
Yeah, you only gotta
It
go take
can.
his timing.
Not saying it will. Probability-wise, you would think the more weapons. If it comes to the ground, of course. He's 17 years in the grappling.
Yeah.
So the context to me would be like having the top MMA guy street fight the top boxer.
Okay.
Some boxers, now remember, guys like Shane Mosley wrestled in high school. Guys like Terrence Crawford wrestle. Guys like Usyk wrestles every
Never
day.
been kicked in the calf before.
Yeah. And remember,
And those things shut you down.
I'm originally a
personal
Muay Thai dude,
experience,
so you know
those
about the
shut you
low
down.
kick.
Yeah.
That's my first
I've been on
art.
crutch- I spent 3 weeks on crutches.
That's
from
my
calf
first
kicks.
art. So I'm just saying, we'd have to see it. There is no pure what could happen when it comes to two-man fight.
Anything can happen in a fight.
That's all I'm saying.
Anything, and I'm not
So I just
disputing
disagree
that.
with what you said about is 20 seconds. Some guys it might be 20 seconds, but some dudes got fast reflexes. They move their feet and they can
I'm
land a
talking
shot
about
too.
Roberto Barboza after that they was messing around.
yeah.
When they
No,
grabbed, bro,
for sure.
he got him.
No, he did. No.
He pulled him down.
Facts.
Got him down.
Facts.
20 seconds.
No,
he was.
no.
He don't. You got. It's a certain way.
I'm talking about your video when you was like, y'all easy.
Our children.
That's
Yeah,
That's the part that kind of
He
got
said
me
they're
too.
limited fighters.
Hey, no,
I ain't
can
gonna
even
disrespect
context
people like that.
I can even context that. I'm saying for the simple fact, when the minute I grab you,
Yes,
I put
you
you on
have
the
a
ground.
huge
The
advantage,
minute
for
you're
sure.
on the ground, it would be you don't know what you're doing.
Yeah,
It's no different than me
you
grabbing,
get choked
grabbing a
out, you
child
get your arm broke.
because you don't even know what to defend. There's so
100%.
many different setups and so many different
Yes.
ways to get to your arm, to get to your leg, to get to your neck.
knees,
I do have a question.
I know a
though.
lot of
I do have a
different
question.
You definitely can.
I do have a question because this almost happened, and I've been across from this man only once, but it was another time we was about to be across from each other with Jake and Ngannou.
Yes.
Yeah. So how do you feel about it? How you think that was going to turn out?
The boxing.
Boxing? Yeah, it was. It was up. Hey. That was on the table, and it was the conversation.
Francis looked good against
Ngannou
Tyson
would've straight
Fury.
up smashed him, bro.
Yeah.
Just because I think Ngannou would, bro.
Yes.
Francis just hits different, bro. He just hits different. And let me ask you this: do you think Jake Paul could have went an entire fight without getting hit by him, without him getting hit by Francis?
Getting hit flush? Yes.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah.
I
respect him. I respect him. He's a big guy.
That type of fight.
my man.
I respect him. I just think that he's a slower fighter. That's all I'm saying.
Yes.
When it comes to
Yeah.
skill set, he has it. When it comes to power, come on, man. We should never even have this
Hey,
conversation
guys,
about
I'm
power.
telling you
That man
straight
got
up,
power.
Yeah.
Francis stops him.
I'm saying speed.
Yeah.
Francis stops him because
Francis ain't slow.
I'm not saying he's super
Francis-
slow,
Yeah,
but I'm
Francis
saying
stops him. Jake.
I don't think Jake's been boxing long
is
enough to
awesome,
avoid-
but he's
to
just not
avoid
big
everything.
enough, and he's not strong enough for
the
that
size
matchup.
the size is a fact. There's no question about
Yes.
it. But I just wanted to know. I know there's
And
something
most
that
of the
we
UFC
discussed.
fighters Jake's fought have been smaller guys.
Yes.
Tyron Woodley, Anderson Silva.
I'd box Jake.
You said you will or you
I
did?
would.
Oh, you would?
I would box Jake 100%.
Who wouldn't? I mean, it's
You know what I
back
mean?
to it.
I mean, the money is
He
there.
could just, hey, bro.
Everybody
Jake,
calling
Jake,
out.
look, I
I'll
love
be
you.
honest.
I'll
I love
box
you.
him.
100 million, I'll box you. and I love you. You know I love you. 10 million. 10 million. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
But just to close what he was saying, yes, if a boxer and an MMA guy, high level guys, were in a confrontation and he got him to the ground, being that he has 17 years of jiu-jitsu and ground training, he has a huge advantage. But there's MMA guys who are predominantly strikers. That's what I'm saying. So it goes by a case-by-case situation.
It can, but even those guys, they still have to train grappling.
Yes.
They still have to train grappling. I'm telling you that not knowing how to grapple is such a huge
But
disadvantage.
we're talking about, are we still talking street fight though?
Yeah, we're talking street fight because you can bite, you can
Well,
poke eyes.
there's so many other things you can do. You might not be able to grapple, but I can pull your eye out and
I can
bite
pull
your
your
ear
hair.
off.
You gotta get to it.
Grab,
You gotta get to my
That's
eye.
the only one make
pull a
you-
knife out.
wherever my head is close to your body, I can pull out a chunk of meat.
Yes.
I
So
don't
no,
care.
I can do dirty. I can do dirty things. One thing that was not allowed in MMA, you can't grab. You have to grab at least 3 fingers.
You can't
grab
manipulate.
single. If I can grab just one single finger,
Break
bro,
Break it.
bro, I can control you completely. I can control you
I can
completely.
bite your ear off.
You ain't getting Mike
I'm biting.
Tyson.
Look, I don't care what I'm near, bro. Don't get confused.
But
I
that's
know
why
my life is on
point
the line. I don't give
it
it.
boils
I don't
down
care.
to the men.
I'm biting
Anytime
whatever's
you're talking
near
about
me.
fighting,
I don't
it
care.
boils down to the men.
Finger, nose,
When I talk
ear.
about not having a mouthpiece in,
Well, Jamal, to your defense, like calling, boxers children, the guy that he sparred Bang, he is a child. Like, his record is barely like 19-1, and
that's a lot.
that's
That's
really
a lot.
not. I mean,
He's had amateur
compared
fights
to Bobby, it was
but
like
he's had
36
amateur
fights.
fights too.
UFC
You know
for
what I mean?
17 years.
You gotta look up his amateur.
But they
This
were
dude's had
talking
like
so
about
much
It's
junk,
different
Elise.
levels. Yeah,
They were
yeah.
talking
He's
so much
done a lot
junk.
of-
Yes.
Bobby
Yeah,
wasn't talking
man,
any junk going into that. He's like,
And that's the one thing I
I'll fight
really want to
whoever.
highlight about that is what he's saying. You know what I mean? Bobby, bro.
They provoked it.
He was,
And they were
bro,
calling Bobby
wasn't
old.
there
Bobby's
on
20 years older than the
disrespect.
dude.
But he's like
He
40,
wasn't-
right?
Bobby's
39.
39. He wasn't coming there for disrespect. Like this is the thing. MMA fighters don't disrespect boxers. We're not coming at boxers and just straight up disrespecting
you
them.
sure,
The
though?
disrespect usually comes from.
Are you sure?
It came
about that?
afterwards.
You
It
have to
came
show
after
me.
that.
You have to show me.
I know
If
Nate-
you can
Nate
show me,
never
I was
talking some
speaking.
shit. I don't know, man.
I was speaking stand
Nate
corrected.
never talking some mad
I was,
shit.
I
I
was
don't
speaking
know.
stand corrected. But from what I'm seeing, it's boxers coming at MMA fighters like that. You know what I'm saying? MMA fighters aren't really egotistical or none of that.
Mike
You work with a lot
Perry, though?
of you're
I
not
don't
really.
know,
There's some of the most MMA fighters are usually the most humble, kindest people, like lightheartedest people that you could meet in sports.
Mike
You know
Perry
what I mean?
talks a lot. That's
now
a
we're
different
And
level.
Mike Perry talks a lot, but have you ever met Mike Perry in person? Have
Yes.
you sat down and
Yes.
and
yes.
he was still like that?
Yes.
Yeah, I must have
And
met
his-
on some
and
different
his-
type of
And his
circumstances.
corner was
But that
kinda
was
like
during
on that
fight
type
week,
of
right?
times,
But I
too.
guess
That's during
I get
fight
a
week.
different response from a lot of different people too. Whenever I meet them, people
for
don't
sure.
people
No,
aren't
don't get
aren't
confused. I think
disrespectful.
he's a cool guy. He's a cool
Yeah.
guy. But for me to go as far to say the man don't talk shit when I know
No,
he
I'm not
talk
saying
shit,
he don't. I'm not saying that he don't talk
he
shit.
talk shit.
I'm talking like if you met him on a personal level, just man, outside all of that, he's going to be respectful to
But
you.
isn't that
He's gonna be
everyone
common
though?
and courtesy?
Yeah.
Not everybody like that, man. Not everybody like that.
Because most, now I can't claim for all boxers, but every boxer that I thought was that way wasn't that way when I was with them. When I met Floyd at first, Floyd was already Floyd Mayweather. He was
Money.
Money May
Mayweather.
at this
Yeah.
point, and had, in my opinion, I'm looking at all the different things he says and does, and I was like, man, if I talk to this guy, I don't know what that's going to end up like, because I know I got a little attitude myself. And when I talked to him, he was just a regular down to earth type dude.
He's one of the most
He was nothing
accommodating
like that.
people. He's one of the most
Same
accommodating
thing where
people
it was with Jake when
that
everybody's
I ever
like,
met.
you really work with this guy? I was like, well, when I'm with him, it's different. He's not what y'all think he is. Yeah. So I feel like that's everyone. I think that anybody that's at a high level, they typically are, like you said, humble to a space where they don't feel like they have to be on
Right.
guard to fight you when you're beside them. They're cool. Now, if you poke
Floyd
them,
do like to talk about Floyd though.
Yeah.
Floyd do like to talk about Floyd.
Well, talk about
he's the
Floyd is
most
different,
accommodating-
but I'm talking
he's
about
one of
just
the most accommodating.
the
Like I'm
asshole
talking
type
like
version. I didn't get that from him.
But anytime I've ever went to Floyd, like, hey, bro, this is going on. I got any question or anything I've ever had, bro. It's always been nothing but love.
right.
And he's been accommodating. He's been even grace, like, bro, a lot. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So
for sure.
with you being former UFC champion, you can represent the state of UFC and the state of mixed martial artists. Is there a beef with boxers from your perspective?
No, because if there was a beef, what would the beef be? Because we would have to have a way to settle it, and it's never going to get settled. Because anytime a boxer crossing over, an MMA fighter crossing over into boxing, he's at a disadvantage.
But
Yes.
And
Yes.
here's
it's
the question,
the same
though.
way in the vice.
So
in the
what
vice
can we
versa.
do, guys? I already told you the history. The first time it happened, UFC champion versus boxing champion, Ray Mercer knocked him out in the first
He
round.
told him not to, bro. There was an agreement not to grapple.
There was no agreement.
There was an
He
agreement.
knocked
Look
him
it
out.
up. Hey, look it up. It was
Next
an agreement
time,
not to grapple.
Tim Simmel was a striker anyway, guys.
Tim
Tim
Simmel
Simmel
could
wasn't
still
a grappler.
wrestle.
Yes, he could, but he wasn't known for his grappling. Secondly,
Against
Randy
a guy that don't
Couture,
grapple at all.
James Toney. Couture chokes him out quickly.
Yeah.
Couture was 48 at the time.
Yes. So remember, Ray Mercer was at least 48, 50 when he. Ray Mercer was old.
He fought till he was 99. So,
but here's my point.
Talking about Tim Silk. We talking about the guy who used to
was
walk
UFC
around
heavyweight
with pictures
champion.
of himself to ask people to charging people for autographs and shit.
He's UFC champion. My point is, guys, is 1-1.
Stone Age boxer.
Who's going to be
Stone
the
Age
next
boxer.
one? We need to see a
All right,
UFC
Jamahal Hill
champion
versus who? Who you got, Larry Wade? Who you got, Coach Wade?
And I think
David
that's
Flatt.
in the cage.
No, David
In the
Flatt.
cage.
In the cage.
Jamahal
Who you got,
Hill
Coach
versus
Wade?
David Flatt. What's up?
David Benavidez.
In the cage.
I like to see that. Bevo's
No, he's a heavyweight now.
Bevo's
He's a heavyweight now.
So
So
Benavidez.
yeah,
He just fight like heavy.
he's a heavyweight
Are you talking about
now.
me versus Bevo?
Yeah, we're talking about you.
Man, look, bro. Come on with it. Hey, yo, look,
Hey,
I'm with
man,
it.
I was
I'm
like,
with it.
I ain't gonna lie to you. That man is special. He
Yes,
is
yes,
normal.
yeah, but he's
Hey, me and
David
him,
Benavidez
we do PT at the same spot. We
Yeah,
both go. Shout out to Project Wellbeing.
Yeah, Project
They been
Wellbeing.
giving me-
Yeah.
yeah, that's. But yeah, bro. I done met
David
Bevo.
is
He's
different.
no, he's
It's
actually
1-1.
Yeah,
super
1-1.
super respectful,
Yeah.
super. Yeah, his whole
He's
team,
all of that,
everything.
everyone, right.
Yeah, bro. I got a lot of respect.
Most
for
of these
Bevo.
guys, and mind you, I've been around boxing more. Most of these guys, you didn't even know they would fight. Like,
Yes.
you wouldn't know Sean Porter was a fighter unless he told you.
Yes.
You know, same thing with Caleb. Caleb not really say much. He just walk around. You don't know he's a fighter until you do something to him. Then he slaps the hell out you. Then you know.
I talked to Caleb. I got some game from
Yeah,
Caleb.
he looks like a white rapper.
He's at the PI. He's worked out at the
Yeah, he
PI
does, yeah.
and everything like
Yeah.
that. And he's I sound like, hey yo, I asked him a little bit about my jab to try to sharpen up my jab. Because like you said, one thing, even just how a lot of MMA fighters throw a jab, it's wrong.
Yes, correct.
It's wrong.
Right.
It's wrong. They're not shooting here. They're
Open
you know
it
what I
up.
mean?
The
They're
bow and
opening
arrow.
up.
The bow
You
and
know
arrow.
what I'm saying?
Yes.
They're doing the bow and arrow like we.
Yes.
Yeah, open it up. Yeah.
Yeah, bro. So it's like I'm always getting game,
Yeah.
and I get game even from boxers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's why it's like whenever this whole thing came up, the main thing that pissed me off was how people was coming at Bobby because Bobby was there coming from a respectful
Now,
place.
was that because that's your friend, or was it because you really defended his position?
It was because of the simple. It was honestly it was
both.
it was both. It was both because it was a simple fact. It was a simple fact of like, bro, even just the exchange afterwards. The exchange afterwards made me mad. He was still humble. He was
Oh,
still
yeah, I heard
talking,
that. I did
still
hear that. I
talking,
did
and
hear
still
that,
talking
yes.
to Adrian Givens like you're
Yeah, he was
nothing in
giving
the
respect.
world.
I give him that.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't know
Like
him, but
he
he
wasn't
did give
there. He
respect.
wasn't there. He wasn't there to be malicious. He like, bro, I just want to get some work. If I can learn some things to sharpen up my boxing in the way y'all are real boxers, y'all can show me how to sharpen up. Help me sharpen my knife. And they disrespected him, and what he was met with was disrespect.
Yeah, that
and
was
then it's like, all right, let's go in and let's do it.
Yeah.
And then whenever he did it, he went in and he touched their boy up. Now the whole community seemed like the whole community was disrespecting him now.
Yeah.
Like, what is that, bro?
Yeah.
What is that?
Thing is,
I don't see that happening to somebody that come into our space and do that. You coming into our space to learn, we're going to teach you.
No, there was what's the fighter's name? Dennis Douglas.
yes.
He fought. He went to the PI, and he sparred with one of the guys.
Talking about Strickland when Strickland beat him up.
Yeah.
Yes.
He was talking shit the whole time.
Yes.
He on Dennis' ass the whole time. Now, when I did see him on the plane, we both were flying to Austin. He was chill and cool, wasn't no issue, nothing like that. Yeah, Sean Strickland. Yeah,
Sean, bro, Sean is nothing like people think he is.
well, he was cool. Listen,
Yeah.
when
He's very docile. He's actually like really like reserved, almost
Yeah,
kind
he
of
was
like
cool. He
shy,
wasn't
like
tripping.
almost seems kind of shy to talk sometimes.
Yeah.
You know
so,
what I mean?
so I think a lot of those guys, and this is what I'm saying, I think a lot of those guys outside of the ring, outside of the circle, outside of the community, combat community, they just regular guys.
Yes.
They don't insist
Well,
on doing it.
like you kind of talked about before, UFC doesn't promote the same way boxing does. So the fighters have to create the character
Yes.
Yeah,
and promote
for real.
themselves.
And a lot, and it's going, and it comes a lot of times. It comes with negative connotation.
Brashness and
You know what I'm saying? It comes with a lot of. I mean,
lewdness.
Yeah.
and then not only that, bro. I be even want to say it, bro. MMA can be like fan base. They're fucking terrible.
Yeah.
They're
Really, that's
terrible.
crazy because I think the opposite. I think they have a great fan base. That's why so many people tune in.
Yes, but I know what
You
he's
know what I'm
saying.
saying.
The fan base is for the
The
UFC,
brand. The brand.
not
Yeah.
for the fighter.
Oh,
what I'm
yes.
saying?
Okay, okay.
They
That's
watch
what I'm
it.
saying.
No,
So
they watch the
we
whole
did
to see
all
the
the time.
fighter
You're right.
fail.
You're right.
How
You're
many
right.
people
I get
They want to
it.
see somebody
Yeah,
How
fail.
many people
yeah.
say, do you do UFC versus MMA?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not every mixed martial artist is in the UFC, but
Like
most people say, do you do UFC? Because they've influenced people to, love them, and the fighters are interchangeable. No loyalty to the fight.
My Uncle Manny.
That's why
my Uncle Manny. My Uncle Manny. Shout out to my Uncle Manny. He huge Pacquiao fan. Huge Pacquiao fan. When Pacquiao lost, he was like, bro, he was bummed, bro. He was bummed, bro. He not sitting up dogging him, talking shit to him, trying to figure out how I can send you all, how much you failed me, and things like that.
Yes.
That's the MMA fan base. Yes. That's what they do. You know what I mean? That's why, like even stuff like the Knicks. Like the Knicks just won their first championship after 53 years.
Yeah.
You see fans crying, all of that emotional and all that, because they've been through the downs.
But
they've
they
been through the
represent the
downs
city,
with them.
though. Yes. That's different.
But it's
They
not even
represent the city
no. They've
opposed
been
to-
through the downs
Yes,
with
they
them.
have, but
even my city, bro, we don't represent the cities we come from.
Yeah.
We don't
Yes,
represent.
but you're talking about
100%.
UFC. You're talking about the combat sports, which is totally different. They don't have a select
individual.
city. If anything was even
Every
close to
fighter
that,
has a
it will
city.
be the Combat League, in which he's part of. They represent cities.
American fighters get booed on American soil fighting against foreign fighters.
Yes.
Yeah, I've seen that.
It happens.
But I've
Like,
seen
that's
it in
real.
reverse too, though.
Yes.
I ain't never seen a foreign fighter get booed while they was fighting an American.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
In their own country.
Yeah, I've seen it
man.
in England. England is it's rough over there. England is
I
rough.
was in Brazil. You know what I mean? They showed me love
No,
all week.
that's
The
different.
minute I got in that room, woo mama head, you gotta die, you gotta die. I was like, bro, it was crazy,
was
bro.
great.
Yeah,
But,
yeah.
you know what I mean? But the minute the fight or whatever was over,
Yeah.
it was all good.
I love fighting Brazil. I remember walking
Yeah,
that
bro,
lane.
that was
Kevin Lee was flipping the crowd off as he walked in Brazil. They were screaming that. It was crazy.
That sounds
bro.
wild.
Well,
Thing
one
is,
of the reasons. Okay, go ahead.
But let's close the show on this topic. You had boxing versus MMA, right? So he already said MMA, we ain't got no beef with boxing. Who created MMA? Who made MMA popular? Who made the UFC popular? There's one
That's
name.
crazy.
One name that who promotes UFC? Who made
Dana
it
White.
very
Dana
popular? Okay. Let's close the show right now on that topic. Where's Dana White energy going to?
Zuffa,
Zuffa is what?
boxing.
What does that tell you?
There's money there.
It's money there, and I think
What?
he's bored with UFC because he's been
What
in it
does
so
that
long.
tell
I don't
you?
think he's
Hey,
necessarily
Let me
bored.
close it real fast. What do you give
still
Conor
got other
Ben for
topics.
one
We're not
fight?
closing the show here.
What,
Still got
we're talking
other
about this
topics.
topic. What do you give Conor Ben to do one fight against
15.
Regis?
15 million. wasn't it?
15.
Yes. Is he a world champion?
No.
No,
Was he fighting the world champion?
No.
no.
Okay, what is he giving? Pereira just got on that show he had. What Pereira get? 10 million. He's a champion, 2 different weight classes, going for his 3rd weight class and made $10 million. One of the most popular guys in
Yeah, he
UFC.
is.
He should be getting 50
He's a
easy.
champion.
Yeah.
Think about that,
Yeah.
guys. So there should be no beef between boxing and MMA. Unfortunately, MMA is popular, but boxing is the sport, guys.
But hey, hold on. Hold on now.
Even
Goddamn,
the
I got
guy
something
who,
to say about
even
that.
the guy
Hey,
who made
he using UFC and MMA to promote Zuffa boxing.
Yeah.
He ain't never brought us on no Zuffa boxing.
Yeah, but that's my point, though.
He's bringing the boxers
The man who
into
made
our press
UFC
conferences
big
and putting them in front
is
of our
doing what?
and using our event, the hype from our events to promote boxing.
Of course,
Because they have that, they already have that platform and they're using that platform. But I've been in those rooms where Zuffa is right before the UFC fight, and none of those people in the room are there for Zuffa at all. He's just using the fan base as a prop,
but
kind of.
He's
my
recruiting the fan
point
base.
is the man who made the UFC big what it is. Of course, you know the Fertittas and all that, but
Yeah.
We're
but
funner to
but,
watch.
But the face.
Who
of
said that?
MMA.
I had.
Because
The
we don't even
face-
know
we're-
y'all. Like, they don't do no
we're
24s
funny.
on you. We don't even know who you
Wait,
guys
wait a minute.
are.
The
We're
face
funny.
of MMA,
Boxing can be
though.
more educational. Like if you able to pick
More
up. But hey,
educational?
look. Educational from learning from a learning technical standpoint, what do's and don'ts.
What?
You know what I'm saying?
Listen,
But
I think
the
Wait,
face
I'm
of
trying to understand
MMA,
what are you
the
saying?
man who started the UFC, who's still running the UFC,
my
is paying
hand,
boxers
raise my
way
hand.
more
He
these
don't
days
run-
than
wait,
ours.
You
A
know he don't run the
non-champion.
UFC.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hunter run the UFC.
Yeah, but think
He's
about how
the face,
crazy that
he's the
is.
face, yeah.
We're debating on boxing MMA. The man,
I
Dana
don't think
White,
it's a debate.
it ain't no debate.
I don't think it's a debate. It's one-sided.
Dana knows it's
boxing.
completely one-sided.
Well, why is it?
He
Why?
give a
Why?
non-champion
What
$15
makes
million
it
for
one-sided
one
to
fight,
boxing?
and a
Are we
damn
talking about money? Are
three-time
we talking about
champion
from the
making
money
away.
aspect?
We couldn't talk money. That's not even the conversation. We couldn't
Numbers
talk
have
money.
You can't talk money with the top 1%. With the top 1% of boxers. Most Bro,
Yeah.
outside
No,
of
that's what I'm
outside
referring
of
to.
if you haven't
That's what I'm
fought,
saying.
if
We
you
talk
haven't
about
had a
that.
champion and you haven't fought for a championship, you're not making more money than me.
Well, I don't
Yeah,
know
but
what
you're
money you make,
ex-champion.
so I don't know.
That's
but,
the thing.
Hey, look,
You're
look.
ex-champion. You have to compare your billing to an
but
ex-champion.
we're talking about okay.
That's the difference.
Ex-champion still
Justin Gagey, even before he won the title, Justin Gagey was getting a bag.
Yeah, but he wasn't getting 15, 20 million.
He was getting a bag.
You know what I mean? It's not even close. But
Yeah.
think about this. Who is Dana giving 15 million for one fight, non-championship fight?
He was getting the for the fan base. He's from the UK.
Who has he done that?
He's from the UK.
That's my question.
He gave
That's
$30
that.
million to Conor to come out and
but
fall out.
Connor's a two-division champion.
John Jones is
Answer my question.
having a hard time getting money.
Somebody
Randy's
go to
having a
hell
hard time
now.
getting
We
money.
went into too far.
We
go too far
What non-champion in the UFC for one fight will make $15 million for a non-championship fight?
Non-champion, nobody.
Nobody. What he give Conor Ben? So even Dana knows.
That's also a control thing,
Even
too.
Dana knows what the real business is.
That's also a
and
control.
the real sport is as far as revenue.
Yeah, right.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
I love
no,
MMA.
no,
I
no,
train
no,
more
no,
MMA,
no,
dude. Well, I
no.
got a lot of boxers now too,
Yeah.
but I love MMA. I
He
love
does.
them
We would have in order to do
I
that.
love 'em equally.
Now you talking about what fighters get paid. Now, if we go on by that, we got to see who's bringing in what event is bringing in the most revenue. What events are bringing in the most revenue?
Well,
You
I
get what
will
I'm saying?
say
UFC
the
UFC events, that's
But you get what
worse.
I'm
They're
saying?
bringing
Like,
in
I'm
more
talking about
revenue.
the whole. I'm
They're
talking
bringing
about
in
the
more
whole
revenue,
event.
making
The
less
event as
money.
a whole.
Making less money.
Which is crazy. But at the same time, but hold on. But I would say a UFC card is bringing in more money than a boxing card.
Absolutely, we ain't debating
But you
that.
make less
But
money.
That's worse.
That's what he said.
You're bringing
got
in more,
they making more
less money.
revenue, but y'all make less
That's-
money.
that's-
You're not getting money.
Okay.
He wants more money. I mean, I don't think he's arguing that.
Whenever we at the end of the day, whenever we get done, the perfect example I can give you for where is when Kamaru Usman fought Kobe Covington at MSG.
Yes.
The gate, they made what, 15 million off the gate?
Yes.
They did about 75 million in pay-per-view sales.
Yes.
They paid out in total to fighters on that card like $3.6 million.
Out of
They
90
made
million?
100 million.
Bro, and this is on the back end of that crypto deal where they got
Yes,
175
3%.
million.
Oh, wow.
But,
You know what I
but
mean?
here's my point. But since Dana is giving you guys so little, or since the UFC, we'll put it that way, because Dana cool with me. I ain't got no problem with Dana.
Hey, bro, he made me rich, bro. So I can't
but
be too mad at him.
This
But at the
little
same
money,
time-
right? This little money from a total picture. We sprinkle $3 million to all the fighters, and you give a boxer that's not even fighting for a championship 15. What does that tell you guys, man? There's no comparison.
Yeah.
We
I will
love
say,
both
like,
sports.
I am a little excited
There's no
about what
comparison.
MVP is going to be doing with PFL
Me
because
too.
I feel like it's going to
Me
open the
too.
door of opportunity to a lot of talent, a lot of fighters. And you know what? Maybe we will be seeing this crossover fighting and
Why
you
you
know,
so
we can
adamant
have
to
an
say
MMA
No.
fighter against a
Because people
boxer.
are brainwashed for UFC.
The MVP because they're not good. Because here's the thing: the biggest names in MMA are in the UFC.
Yes.
They're not gonna let them go.
Exactly.
The contracts, the way the contracts are written up.
360.
They're
it's
not going to let him go.
okay,
But
it's
that's
not
right
gonna
now.
happen.
That's right now when none of these fighters have options and everybody's dream
Even
is
when
to get
they
into
do
it.
have like right now.
But what about new up and comers, new people that are training?
Yeah.
Like that's going to
That's how
open the
UFC
door.
started.
Are they going to
now
build
the
names
fighters,
over? Hold on. Are
now
they
fighters are going to have a
They
choice.
started
They're going
They
to
would
have a
have to
choice.
build their name
They are gonna have to
over
build
there
them.
in
So
MVP
what's gonna happen?
in PFL. And how many dudes have done that?
Okay, well,
It's
it's
the
just
first
like,
time. It's the
Johnny
first
Imbolin
time.
is amazing. Can we agree that Johnny Imbolin
Yeah,
is an
bro.
absolute
Yeah.
dog?
Killer.
You get what I'm saying? And still, his name isn't ringing like it would if he was in the UFC.
100%.
If he was doing what he was doing in the UFC, he'd be a world-renowned household name.
So what's going to happen where these non-known names come into
And
you
get
know
the marketing
PFL
machine.
and MVP and are getting paid more than the champions over here at UFC,
Which is going to happen.
What's going to
We have to
happen
see
then?
it.
Because now these
We're
gonna have to see it. You're right. But
UFC
what's gonna
fighters
happen
gonna have
then?
to just look on and be mad.
People are gonna
because
have
they're not gonna
options.
let you go over there. Am I lying?
Yes,
Nah, they
do
ain't gonna
it,
let you
but
go.
do
You
it.
know
They ain't gonna let you go. They definitely not gonna let you go.
Right now, your
Francis had to
contract-
go through life and death to get out of his UFC contract.
exactly
Life
you have
and death.
He had to go
that's
through
what
life and death to
I've
get
read
out of
those
his UFC
contracts.
contract.
I've read
Yes.
those
Life
But
contracts.
still, though, but look
What
at
if
how
I-
hard.
okay, so-
and they do nothing but learn from that.
And
They're
I
not
could be
gonna
wrong
never
about
learn
this,
from
and
that.
you may know better than me.
Yes.
That one fight when he got out,
Yes.
and if it's rumor, didn't he make more money in that one fight
Way
than
more.
he did his
His
entire
entire
time?
career.
Way more.
Yeah.
It's
So
not
what's
even
going to
close.
happen when these
Easy.
fighters
It's not
start
even
having
close.
It's not,
options?
what we're talking about is the fact that They not letting niggas do that. They not letting you go nowhere. They literally have it. Just literally a clause in your contract. When you fight, if you you win a championship,
you're locked in 3 more years.
You cannot within a year. You can't fight anybody else. Even if you have your last fight, our business is done. You have to wait an entire year before
you're locked back in. You're champion. Guess what? You're back in.
And what did they do to Francis? They flooded headlines with his name, doing anything to devalue that name.
And that's the
a
problem.
lot of people won't even be able to stand up. Because the fan base, like we said earlier, the fan base ain't gonna back you like that.
Right.
Yes.
You get what I'm saying? So it'll work for a lot of people. That will work on a lot of people.
It will.
And another thing, a part of
all I'm saying is why it would make it hard.
Okay, another part of the contract too.
I had my plan to slide over the boxing and get a bag after all this too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hey, look, Francis made it hard for me now. Shit, he made what? Over there?
Right. Yeah.
All right,
honestly, one other thing in that contract too is that, when your contract is about to be up, you have like a certain grace period to where you can't even go negotiate to talk to PFL or anything like that. So they have you locked and loaded into these contracts right now.
And they have tampering on those contracts as well.
Stable right now. But when, people start, maybe not the current the UFC fighters right now, but up and comers right now, their dream is UFC, because guess what? You said it first. They bought everybody out. That's the only option, and that's people's dream is to go that way. But now MVP, Jake Paul, PFL are opening more doors of opportunity. And from a combat perspective and from a fighter's perspective, I think that's wonderful.
Yeah, I'm not mad at it. You think I'm against that?
MVP put on a good show on Netflix a few months ago.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
I'm not against that. I'm not.
Didn't that show?
I don't argue against my own best.
Yeah, it
because
did.
didn't that MMA show have way more views than the White House show?
It did.
Yeah, it did.
It did.
Thing is, I was a part of that show. It was a great show.
It did.
But see,
You
here's
talking
the
about on
thing,
Netflix?
Yes.
On Netflix? Hey, yo, come on, bro. Let's not do
Netflix is huge, bro. I don't think you realize how big Netflix is.
New numbers on Netflix.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
Netflix is like that.
It's just great
But that's
preparation.
But Elaine, to your point, it's gonna take a long time. It would take 10 years. I would say we won't even see
fighting, man.
We won't even see a difference in the next 3 or 4 years.
Yeah.
I wish them the best, because the more big companies for guys that make more money, the better.
Right.
So I really love what MVP is doing. I had love for the PFL. So to have a company that could try to rival, which is no competition at this point, is a good thing.
But you have to start somewhere, right?
Well, we always
You have to
get
start
right.
That's
somewhere.
why I don't take anything personal. Like,
But it's
like
a
the
5
dude
to
say,
10
if I
year
don't agree
plan.
with it.
It's a 5 to 10
I
year
know he got the
plan.
best- his
It's a
heart is
5 to 10 year
what's best
plan
for us.
for
Yeah.
sure. It's a 5 to 10 year plan.
Yeah.
Hopefully they can, like you said. But when these fighters like him get out of their contracts, you can't fight for a whole nother year after your contract expires. You can't negotiate with anyone for a whole nother year, and the whole time they're offering you millions of dollars to re-sign.
Right.
Are you gonna? Francis is a rare dude. I mean, are you gonna really sit out when they say, "Hey, you know what? Sign this 3-fight deal. We'll give you 21, 24 million." Are you gonna sit out and see what you can get over there? Most people aren't. So
And not many people can afford to gamble on themselves.
Yeah,
like
that's right.
Francis
A lot of
did
people
either,
don't
right?
have the
You
option.
can't
They doing
do
us like
that.
the Bulls did Scotty in the 90s, man.
But once again, I have to always bring this back up. At the end of the day, I feel like the way it's set up for some people is great. For some people, it's going to help them get an opportunity. I think what we're discussing is the people who get to the top.
Breakthrough. Yeah, the breakthrough.
Once they're through, then
Yeah.
that's when it becomes disparity starts to happen.
yes.
When you're building, I
It's
think that's
good.
what's needed. You need that kind of structure. It keeps you motivated. There's money to be made, and it works for a lot of people. But once you cross over and you become, I'm gonna say, a Conor McGregor, then I think at that point the flexibility to some point should be there, because now everyone, including yourself, are at your best earning power.
Yeah.
You maybe have 5 years left, 3 years left, 2 years left to maximize who you are. That opportunity should still be given without having to discredit or eliminate, say, one opportunity. Everyone should have an opportunity to say, hey, listen, I got 3 years. I'm contracted here, but I would like flexibility to be able to access this. And if not, what about us work out a situation where at least I can get sponsorship in a different way?
Exactly.
Yeah, there's no
but
question.
that's the problem.
Now when there is no question whenever it comes to revenue share, who gets paid out. Be it boxing got his beat hands down.
Right.
Right.
They're gonna clip you saying that.
I'm talking about. I said revenue.
I know, but they're gonna clip just that one part.
That's how they do it. Here's the thing, and I'm fine with that, right? That's why we lie. We lie, baby. Stop playing, get in the chats, bro. Let us know what y'all think. But I still hold my position on an all-out fight. I say 95% of the time, MMA fighters is gonna get at that boxer.
Yeah, theoretically, you're right. I was just saying it's not.
I was done with it. I was done with it. Then you bring it back up. Yeah. I gotta argue it again.
Y'all can't just end it on the money talk. Ain't nobody just.
Theoretically, you're right, but a lot of people get knocked out before they get grabbed, punches on the streets, hands.
Just leg kick them.
Yes, hands are.
Give them the leg kicks.
But listen, this is part one. We're definitely gonna have this discussion more. We're gonna bring on other UFC fighters, other boxers.
I appreciate y'all perspective though, for sure.
Have them fight it out.
We're gonna have a fight here. What
I'm
you
not
think
saying
promotions?
the MMA guy doesn't win. I'm just saying it's not a definite anything. Because when it comes to two people fighting, it's about the men. Ain't about if he's a boxer or if he's an MMA guy. It's about the two men.
Right.
And we're putting it on the table now. Jamal is open. Whatever boxer wants to come in and fight him in the octagon.
Yes.
We're taking names. We're taking names right now.
Hey.
I don't understand. Who's going to be enticed by that? I don't understand it. So let me. Who wants that? I'm not understanding why, as a boxer, I'm whoever I am, world champion, ranked number 1. I'm going to go into here, make less money to fight you.
We're not even talking about money. We're talking about sparring in the gym.
Why would I want that?
Test yourself.
Because they're talking so much junk.
In another world.
So what we say, so then if that's the case, then when we talk about actual fighting, MMA is sparring.
You can't beat me in sparring.
That's the conversation we have. But see, that's where we always end up at. See, now we back to a money conversation. But whenever we start talking fight, like straight up fighting,
you ain't no better sparring than me.
When we get to that straight action,
it just don't make sense.
MMA is king.
It don't make sense.
That's what I'm hearing. MMA is king whenever it comes to getting to that straight action.
You got a point with that.
You were saying that you guys. Well, you did say some dumb guys. I didn't say that. But you said. But why would I want that? Like I'm gonna get out there. I'm just gonna be the best sparrer ever, and I'm gonna fight you. Like for what?
All right, I'm gonna tell you why. The perfect example. The old boy that you said, talking. Bro, Porky Joe, I do all of this.
He's different. He's different. He's had 3 fights in 10 years. Whatever you just said. Whatever it was.
10 years ago.
10 years ago. Yeah, get in the ring, get some stuff done. But you talking about guys ranked in the top 15? Why?
I don't expect nobody to actually come and take this up. I'm just saying the offer's on the table.
I ain't mad at it. I ain't mad.
All right, moving on. There was no ring girls in the UK fight.
Hard girls.
Don't even get me started.
I don't know what round we're in.
The UK won't use ring card girls unless you have ring card boys.
Whoa, that's interesting.
Drop the mic.
Yes.
That's
Drop the mic on that.
They both dropped the mic.
That's very
Elaine.
interesting.
Weirdo.
I'm gonna start with Elaine first.
I already know who's behind this. I will say respectfully.
This is crazy.
It's the just because I feel like it's because it's in London and they have like a huge Muslim and Islam population there. And I have seen even in Saudi Arabia or any of the fights that Riyadh, does and Turkey Al-Sheikh does, there isn't any women that are, in the ring. Right. And that's basically out of, respect for their culture, which I get. And it's a beautiful thing to see Dana White, who doesn't listen to anyone, actually respecting that. So at the end of the day, you're in someone else's.
Did he respect it? He didn't look like he respected it.
I mean, I feel like he kind of had to kind of bend, just like he's bending with a lot of stuff.
He had to, yeah.
You can tell. Yeah. But it's like, it's just, cultures at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Something like I'm Muslim, so I agree. I mean, the ring card girls are cool, but at the end of the day, man, when you fight, you're fighting. So if it's a cultural thing, it's cool, and we do sexualize and objectify women too damn much.
They do it to themselves. They do it to themselves.
We honestly do. So it goes by.
They do it to themselves.
I can't really go against it.
Go look at their IGs.
No doubt, but it goes by the culture. Western society, that's okay.
Yeah,
if they want to do it and show their beauty, cool. But in a lot of places, that's not cool.
When you're in Rome, do as the Romans do.
Yeah, I'm gonna be real.
But he's saying they can only do it.
See the ring card. You came out for
Jamal, real quick.
They're not for you,
Jamal. But what Dana was saying is they want
for you.
They want ring boys too.
Yeah, they wanted ring card boys.
I think he was.
That was
I
the
think
issue.
he was being sarcastic about that.
No, I think
would
he was
hope
being
so.
serious.
I don't think he was.
I think he was being
I'll speak
serious.
for all
know.
women. We don't want to see no ring boys.
Yeah, I think he was being
thanks.
serious.
Why not?
What?
Equality.
You don't want to see. You don't want Sweet Dreams take his shirt off, do a couple belly rubs, and walk around the ring.
No. No. Can we have something to ourselves? Y'all want to take basketball?
We
you know,
y'all want to give us basketball.
Here we go.
Y'all want to give us basketball.
Y'all want to fight
I agree
women?
that men should stay in their own spaces.
Come on.
I'm about to get kicked off the podcast.
Yes.
They gonna get
See,
off
but
podcast.
Can we have something?
But this that downward spiral that's slippery slope.
We go down together.
You know. Now, it comes down to are men, women, girls, boys.
We
or
don't
not.
know anymore, dude.
You know what I mean? So for me,
I don't know.
I do.
For me,
I do too.
I'm
I'm
well
saying
aware
this
of
is
the
for
society.
me, prep
Very
sports,
well aware
right?
of the difference.
Prep
Same.
sports, amateur
You've never got
boxing.
tricked, Jamal?
Huh?
You've never got tricked?
If he did, he didn't
How
gonna
do you
tell
know?
you.
How do you know?
Hey, bro.
Definitely
How
not.
do you know?
If I ever got tricked, like what you mean? What you mean? Like
What
Like-
that means?
Like you didn't
like,
know.
like that, like
Like a
dude,
lady boy.
like a dude.
Like you
Here's
didn't
how you know. I'm sitting here. I'm not in prison. I'm sitting here and I'm not in prison. That's how you know.
Fight everyone.
Fight.
No, he ain't
No,
talking
no,
about kids.
no. There's no fight
Oh, he's
there.
talking about.
No.
He wanna murder. Can't say that on
Can't say that
YouTube,
on can't say it on
Okay,
YouTube.
yeah.
And we're about to jump in
But what if they
WNBA.
identify as a woman though? You're hitting women.
Remember, what a person
you?
identify as, you have that right. But what we see, we have that right.
Yep.
We're visually seeing something, and we analyze it for what it is. Whatever you identify as, great. But you can't expect someone to see what you identify as. And that's the
And accept
tug of
it.
war. That's the tug of war
Yeah,
going on
absolutely.
right now.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I'm a black man with dreadlocks. I can identify as motherfucking the Incredible Hulk. But I'm not.
I'm a
When you
rabbit.
Look at me.
I'm a rabbit.
When you run into that wall, it's gonna let you know what reality is.
We got another video we want to play. This is Enes Kanter, former NBA player, and he declared for the WNBA draft.
Hey, I never seen
After
this
careful
before.
consideration
You know,
and review of the
average
current
80 points
eligibility
a game.
guidelines, I am officially declaring myself a WNBA prospect. If simply declaring who you are is all that's required, then I meet every single requirement necessary to compete in the WNBA. My team and I have carefully examined the WNBA's eligibility criteria and governing framework surrounding self-identification and inclusion. Based on the current guidelines, I can and am officially declaring my eligibility for the upcoming WNBA draft in May 2027. I am definitely not here to mock, make fun of, or disrespect any community or personal choices. I am simply asking that the current rules be applied equally to everyone. The rules that represent the very values many WNBA players and coaches have publicly advocated for. My team and I are prepared to ensure these guidelines are applied equally, consistently, and without exception. And I look forward to the WNBA honoring its stated principles. See you after careful.
You go,
And
Queen.
before we get into
go,
that, I got
Queen.
one more video to play from a WNBA
That's a
player.
lot to unpack right there.
On my team or against my team anytime. I don't think it's a problem in the world. It's just another way to kind of attack trans people.
A few moments later.
I am officially declaring myself.
So, and that's kind of why Enes Kanter and Royce White came out to declare themselves for the WNBA, because there's been a lot of talk and questions with WNBA players. Would you accept a transgender woman or former man to play in the WNBA? And a lot of them are accepting that. They're saying that's fine. But if anyone could just identify as that, what if they can't make the NBA, but they could make the WNBA, right?
I don't think I could have made the NBA, but WNBA.
But you can make the
I'm
WNBA.
putting 50 on y'all a night. Before my Achilles injury, before I tore my Achilles, putting 50 on y'all a night.
And if you could, I could too, because I beat you in basketball. So
Never beat me in basketball.
I beat him in basketball.
Oh,
We got to film it next
we were
time.
at my house.
And I beat him.
He-
And I beat him.
I
We
made-
shot 10 shots. I made him.
missed,
He
and
didn't
made a
make
shot,
any.
made it, and he's like,
He
I
didn't
beat
make
you.
any.
All I
That's the
can
story?
say, man,
That's the story.
like,
That's his story. My story's a little bit different. I beat him.
Yeah,
It's
sure, Vaughn.
And by the way, you know when he tore his Achilles, he was hooping with DC Coming here and Bubba Jenkins.
Oh, really?
My fighter was there.
Everybody
My fighter was there.
tears their Achilles playing basketball.
Man, yo, he was balling too.
World
He can
champion
play.
at
He
the
was
time,
balling.
too.
He was current champ, and he came down after saucing it up, beating everybody. He's sat on the bench right next to Bubba Jenkins. I was telling my fight who had a PFL fight.
Yeah.
My fight who has a PFL fight coming up.
Bubba's
Bubba, you
the
should
homie.
be playing basketball.
Yeah.
Be careful. You don't want to tear no Achilles. I look right at him. And we weren't even talking at the time. We knew each other cordial.
Yeah.
I say, hey, champion, be careful, man. Don't fuck your ankle up or nothing. Watch your Achilles.
But he left
And
out
I
the
left
gym.
10 minutes later. Red alert on all over social media. I said, I just told this guy he should be playing hoop.
Yeah.
That shit was crazy.
Hey, it was so. To be fair, you know how DC is. You know how I get. I want to beat DC in everything, and I want to absolutely destroy him in everything. I was destined to put 50 points on his head. I was gonna drop 50 points on his head. I had like 16 points in like 6 minutes.
Yeah.
And then,
He let some other people come in. He was
steps.
sitting on the side, but it's crazy.
Yeah.
As far as this men going to the WNBA, guys, for me it's simple. It's called the WNBA.
NBA.
Women National Basketball Association. What are we doing, guys?
But if you identify as a woman,
I mean,
if that's all it takes to say I identify as a woman, because I see some transgenders on TV, and Caitlyn Jenner, she won female athlete of the year.
yes.
Anything is possible, I guess.
Anything's possible. So a former man was the best woman that
of the
year.
year,
Yes.
the first year being a woman.
But
First year being
Former Olympian, by the way.
it just shows you how
Gold medalist.
Medalist.
Gold.
Oh, you know,
Gold.
now these guys, they got to do all the hormone stuff. It should be a stringent thing they have to go through to be able to compete in the WNBA. I think it's asinine. I think it's ridiculous.
That's a 10.
Guys,
That's a 11.
Stop playing, guys. Stop playing. It's not right.
Well,
Yeah.
It's
listen,
not right.
my stance is really easy. I think that we have to be careful in regards to what we allow to have happen, simply because if you have the ability to cross that line, when does that line not even matter anymore? Right? So
It already does it once you cross it.
Yeah.
I think that there definitely needs to be some things put in place to be able to make these types of judgments. I'm not saying I'm the one to make that judgment. But
Well, the commissioner of the WNBA said she's putting together a task force.
Well, which needs to happen. Which I
why
think needs
would
to
you need
happen.
a task force to figure out who can play in the WNBA?
Well, I believe-
Shouldn't you just say women should be able to play in the WNBA?
Absolutely.
The only reason I say that has to happen is because there's legalities to it, right? You can't just say one thing and then this other thing happens and everybody gets sued and everything is gone. You have to be able to have a way to transition to a place where people understand it, right? So whenever you have that line, you have to be able to be careful, because once people get to crossing that line going left and right, then the line doesn't even exist at all.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
So there needs to be a task force. There needs to be something put in place to be able to help make these types of decisions based on where we are in life right now.
And that's why it should be background checks. You got to make sure this person is really dead. You got to have some hormone therapy, psychiatric evaluation.
Because there was that boxer in the
I'm
Olympics.
just thinking what the flicker and foul's going to look like.
There was that boxer in the Olympics
Yes.
that they didn't know, and everyone kept saying, "I think she's trans," and they were going back and forth with it. I don't think they ever really figured it out.
Yeah, you got. Apparently, they did.
They
They
did
did the
figure it
test, and she was a man.
Yeah, she was.
She was born a man.
It's Iman Khalif,
was
the one
she?
that I sent you,
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
really?
Yeah.
No, I didn't know that. I thought
Yeah,
like she was like
no.
kinda
They
like
finally did
like
the
a condition
test.
or something.
No,
like-
she was born a man, and
She
blah
has
blah
that
blah.
XY chromosome for
Yes.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thing is,
dominating.
guys, it's like
Another
what are we
win for the
doing?
boys. Another win for the boys.
What is wrong with this guy?
Elaine, what do you think, being a woman? What do you
Nothing wrong
think
with
with something like this, jumping into a female sport?
Well, Coach said it perfect. I think that it's the WNBA for a reason, but I have to be like super careful with my words because people in this world are a little sensitive to a lot of topics. But I just want everybody to be comfortable being themselves. I think that's really important. But there's a time and a place for everything, and sports is not one of them. And I will say that any man that comes into a women's sports, regardless of, hormone therapy or not, or anything like that, they will dominate. They will dominate. And there's an advantage there. And it's pretty sad because, up to this point, the WNBA took forever to even, get initiated and take it seriously. Yeah. Women's sports, even boxing and, UFC fighters, women in UFC, and, also MVPs not doing, good things for women in boxing and in the sport. We're barely starting to get our foot in the door, let them have their shine as well. Because I'll tell you one thing, I don't see any trans man going into man sports, you're a woman.
In boxing, it happened in
women
boxing.
Transition.
Well, a lady transitioned to a guy, and
she got knocked out.
She got knocked out.
She also did some work before she got knocked out. So against other dudes.
Yes.
Other dudes, which was actually.
Yeah, but that's the thing, and the reason why it doesn't happen as prominently is because we know there is a difference in performance.
Exactly.
So it's like guys, we're not saying we hate anyone, but when it comes to sports, in boxing there's weight classes. Yeah. In amateur boxing there's age brackets. Yep. Yes. We contain things as fair as possible. Yeah. This is the same thing. How is it not viewed the same way?
Yeah.
You could be a 13-year-old kid and feel like you can knock out a grown man. Yeah. They're not going to let you fight a grown man. You have to be 17 to be a pro boxer.
Yep.
Right now, you could be 16 and have a full beard, bench 375 pounds, beat up grown men.
I've seen some boys,
but they still will not let you fight professionally. What's the difference here? It's the same thing. There has to be rules and regulations that keep everyone safe and try to make it a level playing field.
Yeah, but I think that's exactly
the
what
problem
we're
I have
saying.
with
I think that's what we're saying, or what I'm saying at least. There has to be some type of, like you said, task force put in place, because the way it's set up now, you can't just say no because of the rules that have been set in place. We're in a new era where things are being tested. Yeah. So by not creating that space, it's hard to say no, and you get sued and everybody loses everything. You don't even have the sport anymore. So you have to position yourself so that everyone can come to this common ground of understanding what it takes to be there and what will be allowed, what will not be allowed. And you can't just make that decision without going through that process.
So when this NBA player goes,
lose everything. The WNBA lost $12 billion a year for 25 years and still existed,
and nobody wants to
still got a pay raise.
And nobody wants to continue to lose money.
Yeah, but WNBA's on the climb now.
I love it.
I love WNBA. But here's my point: when this guy comes in and Asia Wilson's the best WNBA player right now. And he goes in there and dominates Asia and, averaging like Wembanyama 12 block shots a game and 30 rebounds and 45 points. What is that going to be like, man?
Let's say that WNBA lets this happen. I think the women wouldn't even play, right?
I don't know.
I don't even think
they would show up to the game.
I think some would sit out.
Some will, but some are just so good they don't care. There are definitely some athletes out there that
they
just
can try
don't
it
care.
until they feel
and
until
a
they
lot
come
who
down
play
and catch
against
that
men.
shoulder in the chest and that heart stop.
This guy's on with it.
You think the flagrant foul the other day on Sophie Cunningham. So can you imagine if that was a dude?
Listen, at the end of the day, there's some women who just aren't going to care. They don't mind playing against guys. They've been playing against their big brother and around the neighborhood for years. So they're not going to mind it. Now there are some who will be concerned, right? Especially the ones who get their job taken.
Exactly.
But I feel like once again it just takes a process to get there.
Listen, Asia Wilson's the MVP a lot of the league, right?
Yes.
Right. If a man, Enes Kanter, who was average in the NBA, if he comes in the league, he's going to dominate in the WNBA, and she's not winning an MVP again.
But
he's winning the MVP every year.
Kanter was a walking double-double in the NBA.
But that's average. He's an average player. I'm just saying he wasn't a superstar.
I don't think he's average.
He wasn't a superstar. He wasn't a superstar.
That's actually above average. Now,
he wasn't
you can be a superstar and not score any points, but we're talking about actually giving up stats.
Yeah, but
double is not average.
My point was going to the NBA, a WNBA. He's dominating every female in there by far. Yeah. He's averaging 50 and 50. to be a lot above average.
He putting up Wilt Chamberlain numbers, bro. Back when he was playing against the mailman.
He's getting a 100-point game.
And the milkman and
the milkman, the mailman, and any other kind of man.
You know what I'm saying?
My question, I'm asking you guys. So what is fair now? Is fair just off the table?
But this is why I said earlier, fair. We're not in that position to make those decisions.
Yes.
Right? We can have an opinion.
Yeah, I'm just saying philosophically,
but we can't. We're not in that space because there's so many things, intricate parts that we don't know, that we're not involved with. And that's why those task force and those different groups are important.
But even the people that can.
But would you want your female fighters fighting a biological man?
Absolutely not.
Your female fighter.
You're asking me?
Would you want your female fighter fighting a biological man?
No.
You know what I mean?
So you can talk about it. You
So
can.
remember, I'm talking to people who make the decisions.
Yeah, in those rooms.
Is there a such thing as fair?
Wait,
because if it is, it should not be allowed.
Didn't Donald
Because
Trump
it's
just
not
come
fair.
out in one of his speeches saying that there will not be men in women's sports any longer? I think he signed something. I don't know. I don't know if he went through or not, but I think it is a topic.
How people run their own private businesses.
Yeah, it's different. It is different. But I will say, going back to the woman, fighting a man, I sent you that with Brianda Cruz and the Iman Khalif. I actually, if you want to bring up that photo, I spoke to her at the WBC Women Convention, and she basically said that she had no clue who this person was. She got in the ring and she said that she's never been punched that hard in her life. Yeah. And to be honest with you, the fight got stopped to save her. Yes. It got stopped because she was taking a beating, and she's like, the speed and just, everything was just so different. She's like, I was hurt for days after that. And when she was giving this speech at the WBC convention, she was literally in tears. Like, she felt defeated on so many levels, not just because of the defeat, but also because she's like, as a woman, where's my protection, and she also was very loving towards this other person, and she's like, what, also I would love for her to be able to have these opportunities, and I didn't want to be the one to take it from her, but at the same time I put my health on the line. She has a beautiful point. People are willing, but how smart is that at the end of the day? It's really not.
And none of us at this table are saying that we think it's wrong or right if you want to do that with your life and transition to be a man or a woman or whatever. But when it comes to sports and you're competing and you still have that strength and power, it's just not right. And my daughter, 100%. She's not in sports, but if she was, I would not let her compete against them.
Like I said, there's so many rules and guidelines in sports. Why is this even an issue? Yeah. If you're worried about people's age and their weight and are you kidding me? This is the biggest advantage. And the reason why that lady felt so bad and was crying months after this happened is because she got wrong.
Yep.
She felt it was unfair. Yeah. The term fair comes up again. All we want in this life is a fair shot. Is that fair? Does fair exist?
And we've seen some of that.
And
that's not right.
We've seen that in high school sports a few times too, where the girls are losing.
Track,
it's just not cool.
Yeah, no, and going back to what she said, she's like, what? A lot of the pain that came afterwards was the fact that she had no one to kind of speak to anybody about, because it's such a sensitive topic, and she didn't want to be attacked even more by that community,
And that's the boxer that beat her up.
The woman /
I mean, most dudes that beat women like that are in jail.
And then, I feel like,
that's crazy.
I feel like, why not create their own league, create their own league.
It's not lying.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it definitely should be some kind of sanction. And remember, that person, now, sure, he or she is a great person.
It's like Kaepernick to me.
I believe she wants to be, called female, so I'm not going to disrespect her.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, if you're a biological male fighting a woman, it's unfair.
Yeah.
And someone has the commission against that for the safety of the fighters. We're always talking about safety of fighters in the ring. For a man to fight a woman, it's not safe.
She got a gold medal from a woman as well. Let me just add that on there. So she also won a gold medal, I believe, in 2022. And it was the same thing, the same thing. They beat her in I think it was 45 seconds. The other woman just quit because she's like, I've never felt that power ever in my life. So took some women's gold medal, and power to her. But
it's good to know they haven't been in any bad relationships.
Yeah, but I mean, at the end of the day, I think
Because some women have felt that power a lot.
Sometimes when I feel like we're going right where we're supposed to go, we go somewhere so far. People like that go to jail. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
I'm here for the comic relief.
No, but I think the fix here is to like Coach Wade said, to have regulations, or secondly, just create their own league, their own WNBA.
TNBA?
Yeah, but once again, I agree. I don't think a different league is a bad opinion or decision, but I think we have to be able to get there. Yeah. We have to be able to get from where we are. We're at A, and we got to go to C, but we got to go to B first. Yeah. So B is where we are now. And hopefully get to C.
That starts with uncomfortable conversations like this.
Yeah,
it starts with uncomfortable conversations, hearing things that you don't want to hear. That's the one thing I don't like about this. Like, if you don't like what somebody's saying, or it's not always just a personal attack.
Yeah. Of course.
I mean, everybody's not going to agree with you. Everybody don't think the same. Everybody don't process everything the same. And I don't like how people are trying to be forced into processing this how you want them to process that.
And we got some ladies in the lounge. I want to get their perspective. She's trying to leave. She's texting me like, I'm leaving. What's your guys' take on this?
On what? Women playing
men and women's sports.
Yeah, no, dude. Like, it's not fair. Men should not be able to come play women's basketball. Like, they just finally got the right to play, right? So, and it's like, and I mean, I believe in women's bathroom, men's bathroom. I believe in what says on your birth certificate, what sex you are. Yes. So if you choose to change, that's fine. But so I had implants for a long time, for like 25 years. And I went to take them out. Insurance wouldn't pay for them. And I had every symptom of BII. But I was like, but if I wanted to have a sex change, insurance would pay for that.
Crazy.
Wow.
So
That's
I'm
crazy.
like, yeah. And it's not cool.
We've gone into a very crazy place, man.
Wow.
Yeah.
What's the other one? What's her name?
Paola.
Yeah, you gotta introduce yourself.
Because I'm like, I'll have 3 episodes like
I mean, I believe that, hey, like, if you want to, if you want to have a sex change, if you want to do, this, that, or that, whatever, like, hey, go, more power to you, do what you want to do. I do think that, it is unfair that, for men to be going in, for trans to go into a women's sport. And like Elaine said, that we just got, like, women are barely getting our bearings in sports and getting any kind of, like, recognition or being
Money
able to
and popularity,
be accepted as professionals.
Yes.
And, I think that, I mean, it's unfortunate, but it's not fair. It's not fair biologically.
Yes. And that's the thing. We're not hating on anyone's lifestyle. We keep reiterating that. We're talking about sport. When it comes to sport, there's rules and guidelines and penalties and all these things. But yet we drop the ball when it comes to something simple like this. It's just crazy to me. And like parents and things like this, talk to if I had a son who wanted to do this and didn't want to play sports in high school, I'd say, hey, you're not doing it, period. Because not only are you going against the universal law, you're going against whatever you believe, Allah, God, whatever you believe, you're going against his plan. 100%. But now you're trying to infringe on someone else. It's safety issues. Imagine in basketball, a guy coming down the court full speed and the girl tries to take a charge. It's going to be getting her skull cracked open.
Yeah. You seen what happened when Ocho Cinco tried to hit Ray Lewis?
Yeah. I mean,
I did see it.
In a boxing fight.
I tried to hit Ray.
6-7 people die a year in boxing. We're going to have a man hitting a woman in a boxing fight? What are we doing, man?
Well, someone in the comments said, I pray they are allowed because sports betting would be lit. True.
You are a selfish person.
You are a selfish person.
What's the matter with you?
You want to make money on somebody else's demise.
The whole AI thing.
The whole thing about sports is supposed to be fair, and we're intrigued by the mystery of what could happen. If you got guys going against women, come on, man. Like,
we got it. We don't want to hang on. We don't want to hang on this too long because
Jamal got some reels to react to.
You got some reels.
Let's go.
Got some reels to
We
react
got
to.
the ladies on the couch.
Might need to put the headphones on. Make sure you pull the mics very close.
Let's talk about. Let's move on to some more things. To some other topics.
Jamal, I want to talk to you.
My cousin Christine over there has been in the comments on the last few shows.
When I came here, I didn't know what I was getting myself into.
No, I didn't let you know.
It's called
We
What
just
You
want to
Think,
know what
Coach
you
Wade.
think.
What do you think? We just want to know what you think.
Yeah, I won't be
We just want to
returning.
know what you think.
You'll be back.
Yeah, I won't be coming back.
You'll
Wait
be
until
back.
you see these memes.
You'll be back.
Hey, Coach Larry Wade, we gonna fuck up the bag up here.
We gonna be a mess up our bag. I'm out of here.
The opinions of Jamal does not reflect.
Hey, I'm my own person. I'm my own.
No, like
Coach Wade, I do not speak for Coach Wade
At all.
Anybody else at this table. I don't speak. I'm 100%. You can put it all on me because at the end of the day, I don't give a fuck. So what? Be mad.
Guys who just don't have a backbone to go up to girls, like, seriously, grow up. You have women out here fighting for their lives, going up to all you men. Like, I think more women are making the first move than men these days. Like, oh, I'm scared to be rejected. Okay. Well, so are we. So you're putting it in our hands to do it, and you're gonna make the woman get rejected, which is why we're all just like on the apps, because a lot of people don't want to do that, and they don't want to have to go and put themselves out there. So apps are a safe place. You're behind a screen. You put yourself out there. It's not as hurtful. At least with Cuffed, you know, if you match with that person, you're only matching with that person. It's one match at a time. So you're not like, oh my God, what if they're talking to other people? No, it means they like you. They really like you. They looked your profile, and you made a good first impression. So it makes you just feel good about continuing to pursue that. For all the guys.
All right, Jamal.
I'm confused. I don't know.
Who picked that?
Jamal.
What guys?
That was your reel.
I just sent it in because I think it's interesting. Is that what's happening, ladies? I just want to know.
I think that's a lie.
Is that what's happening?
Elaine.
I do think men aren't
Sorry.
as apt to approach as much as they used to be.
I think it's funny, especially when she said that, you know, we have to approach the man. Girl, who's doing that? Like, ain't nobody going to go up to no man. And at the end of the day, I feel like a lot of guys do want
I don't know.
Not me, though.
Oh, no.
Like, no, I just feel like a lot of, guys nowadays want to be chased in a sense.
Yes.
And then, you know, women are doing it.
100%.
And that's what's messing it up for the rest of us.
Who's
like,
saying 100%? Absolutely
F
not.
that.
Ain't 100%.
Hold on. Let's get her perspective.
You want to hear my
She
perspective?
been wanting this smoke. She been wanting this smoke for a while.
I'm the one that wants to be thrown in the ocean because I trust the ocean more than I trust the man to save me. Remember that comment?
He already warned them. He already warned them.
No, I was told you were going to make me cry. Not happening. Do I have to have my headphones on?
Yeah, we can hear you.
that was Coach Wade in your ear.
No, the headphones are just for the reels.
Okay.
Yeah, when we play reels, you got to put them
For
on.
your reels that you you wasted time.
Yeah, I would hear
not out to have a fight. No, dude.
It was just it's for a conversation. Are you capable of having a conversation and not
100%?
Let's try that.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to hear what you got to say.
So if I want a dude, I will go ask him out because I'm that kind of girl, because I'm strong, right? I'm not going to chase a dude. And so, like I said earlier, before, I do appreciate chivalry, right? And I need a man to be a man. Like, can you get your hands dirty and use tools? Because I have more tools in my toolbox than a man does.
So let me get this clear, just so I understand this. So the determination of what a man is based on the tools he has and his ability to get his hands dirty.
No, just being a man and not being like, because like.
But you use the tools as an example.
Do you define what a man is?
Yeah. Let us know what you think a man is.
Define a man.
My interpretation of what you're saying is based on if you can build a house and.
No, what she said, she don't want no diva ass man. She want a man.
I don't care about that. I don't care about the money because I make my own money.
She wants it. You saying you can say she wants you. Are you a traditional woman?
Ooh.
Yes, I am. I was raised right by my father. So
then, do traditional women chase men? Approach men?
Never.
No, I don't chase them. But if I
approaching a man that's in the tradition, if you're going by the stereotypical
I'm not saying
version
it like
of it.
that. But like, if I want someone, I will go ask them. Like, I don't need them to like, and I'm not chasing them.
And I'm not against it because if it's me, I'd come talk to me anyway. But
I'm gonna just chime in here real quick because I think I was ahead of my time. You know, when I was younger, you know, I had plenty of men that chased me, and you know, and I I think I probably intimidated quite a few of them. So
Men are
there was
not
many a
intimidated
times
by
that I
women.
had to go and approach a man. I never in a fucking million years am going to be chasing any man. And you know, now
But
I'll
then
tell
you
you
got
what.
older, and then what happened?
Oh, I don't give a fuck.
That
That's
bag
what
fell off a
happened.
little
I
bit.
got older.
No,
I got older, and I'll tell you what. I honestly could tell you that I do not care. I don't care if I get male attention. I'm happy. I'm at peace, and I'm living my best life. And now, if somebody comes along,
Are you single,
sound like a
married?
coat.
I'm single as
relationship?
fuck.
Coat.
Wait, single?
I'm super single.
coke.
Super
I'm
single.
I've been single for a
That sound like
decade.
coping.
A decade?
And I'm the
Sound like
happiest
strong
that I've
coping.
ever been in my life. Now, mind you, that I have had someone that was like absolutely amazing in my life. He passed away, which is why we're not together.
Sorry to hear that.
But if I found someone that was amazing, I would absolutely like be 100% on board. But I am not going to sit here and waste a minute of my entire life on anybody that's not on my fucking level.
Okay, what
Point
level
blank
is that?
end of story.
What does that mean?
I want to know what that level thing is because what I've
See, he didn't want to come
in
back.
today's era, I hear it a lot. Maybe social media is to blame for it. And I should probably even say this. I don't even know if my kids are watching, but there's so many ladies now that want to be bad bitches.
I don't need to be a bad bitch.
No, not saying you. I'm saying social media wise. That
Speaking
they,
in general.
Yeah, just in general of today's culture. I think that once again, I think that's before you and I both actually.
Yeah,
But
and me too. I don't spend my
opposed to just being a great woman.
Well, I think that there was an era of time. I don't know. I mean, maybe it still exists where women were trying or expected to be like hyper independent to prove how they could do everything on their own, to prove how bad they were and how awesome, you know, whatever.
Who's that expectation from?
I'm at a point where I don't have to prove anything to anyone. I know where I stand. I know my worth. I know my value. So like, you know, you either have like you're either up here or you're not.
But what's
So
up
let's
here?
bring
Me,
this in,
that's what I'm
but
trying to
hold on.
understand.
Let's-
What determines up here for you?
Well-
Meaning that you saying he has to have a job, has to make X amount of dollars a year. Does he have to have his own house? Does he have to have their same religion? What's up here? Because you could say that and somebody could look at you and be like, you are not on my level.
I want someone that, you know, if I'm going to be in a relationship,
Yeah.
I want someone that, you know, has a brain, that has intelligence, that can speak, that can be
That's funny.
you know, yeah, both funny and lighthearted, but also be able to have the capacity of intelligent and deep conversation.
No job?
Okay. You know what? I don't care. If he has enough money that he
like
doesn't
her.
need a job, I don't care.
I got some
If he
friends that
doesn't
don't have
if he
jobs.
doesn't
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
You
I
can't
got
be
some
a
friends that don't have
bum.
jobs. Hold on.
But you know what though? But you can't be a bum though, and you can have like you can have no job and still be someone of
That's right.
value.
That's right.
You could be volunteering.
As a man?
You could absolutely.
Yeah.
If you have enough money and you don't need a job, then yes, you could be volunteering your time to give back to the community, to help out other people,
All right,
show kindness in
We
your
gotta
heart.
draw it. We gotta
You know,
line this
money
up.
money is not
as
the
a
end all be
conversation, 'cause
all.
right now I just
All right,
see
let's
what
Jamal-
ranting.
what they're both are saying, and I'm feeling them.
Yeah.
It's
not
a
about
frequency, man. It's
Yeah.
a frequency.
Yeah.
When you're totally happy within, because I'm at the same point. I used to have to
You're
have
married.
people around, but I'm saying just me. I'm at this point to where I don't need to be the cool guy and wear the coolest clothes.
I know your wife likes you for
and
who
all
you
that. Of course, she likes me for who I am.
And that matters.
What you're saying is the frequency. It's not something you can just physically say. He has to be 6'3" and blue eyes. It's the frequency when you meet someone.
But he has to
and
be
there
at
are
least
people
6
like
feet, though,
that.
right,
and you
ladies?
feel it.
I know
though.
Gotta
someone
be at
right
least
now
6
that's.
feet though, right, ladies?
I'm 5'9", dude, without heels. So
I know someone who's 5'2",
So you
but
wouldn't
not
date a
dating
short guy?
anybody who's 5'5".
no, I actually, I mean,
Yeah, but that's young people shit. When you reach
He's 46.
So you-
Yeah, yeah,
Before we get hold on.
You know, to your point on the height,
let's
the
preface
height.
this into
Hold
a
on, hold on,
To your
hold on,
point
hold
on
on,
the
hold on,
height,
hold on.
the height is a preference, okay? But I would rather have someone that has a good heart and a good soul and a
Yes,
good mind
yes.
over someone that's 6 foot.
Even if he was
And that's an
5'1",
ass.
100%.
he was
No.
5'1".
Like I said,
You rolled your eyes. I don't know.
it's a preference.
Wait a second.
It's a preference, but you know, but if you got a good heart and a good soul and a good mind,
100%.
you've got a lot more value than anybody that's a freaking giant. Who cares?
Yes.
What are you gonna do? We're all gonna die someday.
Okay, so we gotten around to a lot of different things. All right, let's preface this. Let's all right from the video. So she said men aren't approaching women no more, right? What?
That's right.
What are her
Why?
parents
Why do you think that is?
Because there are more beta males now than alphas.
Yes.
I don't believe that. I believe that women told men to stop approaching. To stop approaching them, they told them that they didn't want to be approached. You know what I mean?
So a woman told. So you tell a woman told a man not to approach them.
Yes, women have told men not to approach them.
And the alpha is going to say yes. He's going to say, "You're right. I won't."
No,
The
he
men
won't.
that respect.
he won't. He
Hold on,
gonna
hold
keep
on. You
trying.
just said that kind-hearted. You want a man that respects women, respects your boundaries, respects all those things. Those men will stop approaching. If you women tell them to stop approaching, which they have, a lot of women have. You can look online. You can look online.
Do you want a man approaching you?
This is a thing.
Let's get it from the women. Do you want a man
Honestly,
approaching you?
Yes.
Of course
if
they
they
do.
come up to me respectfully and not on the what's up, mommy, like as soon as you do that, done.
Yeah.
But if you come at me,
What?
hey,
That's his game.
Well,
Like, hey, you're
That's what he
hot.
got.
it don't like I will
Hold on,
still accept it.
frequency.
You know, the question was, do I want men to come up to me? Yes, but it's the frequency, right?
Yes.
You come up to me a little, you know, sexualizing me already.
manners.
I already know it's no, and I'm just gonna let you do your thing and respectfully either move my little ring finger and say I'm here. I don't know, do something, or I'm just gonna allow it. But yes, I want to be approached, and you know, granted to what
course
you're
they do.
saying,
It's
a lot
validation.
of men have said, you know, like, you know, a lot of women don't have. You know, turn us down by the time we get there. You know, they're being shut down and things like that. Where you're
They're
saying
being
like
straight up disrespected.
yeah, disrespected, and I do
I've seen
get
girls
that. Some
straight
girls
up just
are really
roll their
rude.
eyes at a dude. He come up. He didn't say nothing wrong.
That's
he hasn't
rude.
done anything wrong. He just straight up came
Yeah.
up. Hey, how you doing? My name's such a.
Yeah, that's
You know what I
mean.
mean?
That's
Straight
that's
up,
what
and
coach is talking
and
about,
and
though.
it constantly. And I've seen this a lot of times. There are guys that the meta glasses. When the meta glasses first came out, people when they found out how to turn that light off, and they were going up in there approaching women, just go and see.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So if somebody is going to be, it's not just rejection, because rejection don't feel good to anybody, right? But if you're being clowned, disrespected within that, and all of these things, when would you still feel to approach?
Yes, because it's
Alpha
context.
gonna approach
It's
anyway.
context. Alpha gonna approach anyway, and it's
Anyway.
context. If you walk up to 3 girls at a bar taking shots and trying to intervene on their time, you're gonna get this.
It don't work.
If you're at the grocery store standing in line and she's looking at a magazine and you say, "Oh yeah, man, yeah, that guy," whatever. Strike a conversation, gentle, slight,
She gonna
not
look
too
at your ass
aggressive.
like,
How about pay attention?
Yeah,
Pay
yeah,
attention
yeah.
to body
It's-
language.
It's something you
Pay
have to
attention
see.
to how they're
Yes.
interacting
If
with
she
you.
vibing off you,
And the body
if
language
she
says
look
that.
at
Man,
you,
listen.
man.
put it this way.
that's why
If
they
you
stopped
see a
doing
girl
it.
and you
I don't
walk
believe
by
that's why they
her
stop.
and she don't even give you the time of day, no eye contact, looks away,
So-
why would you try to approach her anyway,
Well,
guys?
here's the thing.
Be realistic
Here's
too.
the thing.
Can
But
I
that
say
as a big
before Jamal
part
speaks
of
again?
all these things, right? that's been very, very common. Like I go out, bro. You know I be out. You know what I'm saying? So I've definitely seen it, bro. I've definitely seen it.
Listen,
gonna have to
I'm a
buy
little,
Even
I'm a little
guys-
older.
even-
I'm a little older.
I'm
I
older
came from a
too.
different place, I guess.
Older
But
but wise.
I will say this: I'm around a lot of alphas, and none of the alpha men I'm around are gonna ever allow a woman's energy to let present him or put him in a position where he can't feel like he can approach her.
Yep.
Now, if she rejects him,
And then that's when you
It's
get caught a creep.
no, he'll respect it. No, he'll
Keep
respect
it moving.
He'll let it
Yeah,
go.
keep it
He'll let it go.
But so that's
She just said read the body language.
I might not catch it, but I'm gonna
okay.
still shoot
Yes.
the shot. And
But
if you
that
don't,
is,
but if you
you're
don't
reading
like,
the
if you
body
don't like
language,
the
you're
approach,
paying
like
attention
my
to
bad, I'm
how
sorry,
they're
you walk away.
reacting and how they're
That's it.
interacting with you.
And you won't take it
too many
personal.
men, and too many guys do not pay
Pushy. Yeah,
attention.
they pushy on it.
And then they're just like shoving their themselves onto you. They're shoving,
Yes.
we're gonna.
Are
get
you
I can't speak
approachable?
for those dudes.
Are you
I
approachable?
can't speak for those dudes.
I am
But
approachable. I think
I'm not.
I have a different.
I've been told that.
Very
but I'm
different
I'm approachable to the right people.
What the hell is that?
See what I'm saying?
I talk
See
to
what I'm saying?
everyone.
Who is this right people?
Hold on,
How's he
hold on,
supposed
hold
to
on,
know
hold
the
on.
right
Come
person?
on.
I was with you, T.
There's
They
too many
speak a
people to
lot.
be
They say
talking
a lot
over
of
each other.
vague things.
Let her
All right.
talk. Let her talk.
Because I'm Italian, sorry.
No, just talk to the mic.
No, I have a lot of family. But so I talk to everybody, and I'm friends with everyone because I give everybody the benefit of the doubt. It doesn't mean it's a relationship thing or whatever. It's because I have kindness in my heart and I have a lot of love, right? And so then when men are like, oh, I'll just be your friend, and I'm very upfront with that, and then they try, to pull shade, I'm like, dude, I was already upfront with you. Don't take advantage of my kind heart, right? And I don't think that's okay. And since I moved back from Hawaii, like I've had several people that I'm like, dude, just like get out of my space. Because if I want to be your friend, I'll be your friend. Well, because it's like not kind.
Make sure you talk to the mic.
It's not kind when a guy says like, yeah, like I understand your boundaries, and then they like, you know,
or the nice guy finishes last. Blah,
That's real.
blah.
That's a real thing. That's a real thing.
No, it's
That
not
is
real.
a real
That's
thing.
real. That's real. That's
a real
That's
thing.
real.
You know
Listen,
what? I'll tell
wait. Let me
you.
talk. Let me talk. I can mute all your mics. That's proof. The girls I've treated the worst have treated me the best.
Yep.
The ones I'll do anything for and do too much for.
Yep.
Nothing.
That's a real thing.
Nothing.
You know,
And I've tested
Wait,
it
wait,
before.
wait. Say that again.
It's a
Say
big
that
tested it
even
before.
still clear.
The
still
women I
hasn't been
just don't do a
criticized
lot
being
for
approachable.
will be a lot more amped to go out and do stuff, and I can call. The girls I've done a lot for, they're the ones acting.
She just said earlier. Her guy friends, all the things that her guy friends
name's
do for her,
Christina.
and all these things. And she's even talking
He's
about
talking about
how
the
she
way.
friends on the guy. I'm gonna be honest. If a dude's coming up like, oh, we can be friends. That's his opening line. That's literally his
That's a
opening line.
pickup.
Dude, you know what I'm saying? He's trying to put himself in position to get to know you to where he can eventually cross that boundary or cross that line.
But see,
I think
that's
that's
the
an opinion.
problem. But that's the problem right there. Because you know what? If you come to me and you tell me that you're going to be my friend, and you respect the fact that I tell you that I only want to be friends, and use it, and then you're being shiesty,
alternative
and coming
motives.
from the underground and being like, oh yeah, no, I'm going to get her. I'm going to end up having sex with her.
That's
I'm going to
not
do it.
shiesty, though.
So you want him to come up to you and say, "Hey, I want to be your baby daddy."
But hold on.
I want to be your baby daddy.
Hold on.
But
I
don't
agree.
be
Men should not do
disrespectful.
that. I 100% agree. Men
100%.
should not do that. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't do platonic female friends at all.
Well,
At
that's
all.
a terrible
I don't
thing
see-
because you're
I don't
missing
see-
out. That's part of the problem. You should
What am I
have
missing
female
out on?
friends. You
What
should
am I
have
missing
female
out on?
friends.
Because she just named. I don't
probably
see.
need
I
one,
personally, what benefit? What does it benefit a man to be your friend? To just be your friend and not.
a lot of
Not-
things. It's called
I mean,
perspective.
you need people to talk to, confide.
I got friends.
They get mad at you. They gonna. I've never
right
met a
there
female
is
that
a
don't talk about
problem.
other people's business, or things that she's talked about with her friends or other people to other people.
But
Yeah, but
sometimes-
You know what I'm
real
saying?
friend, I got a
That's what they do.
There's a lot of other people
Dudes
that
gossip.
think, I don't know.
Dudes do too, though.
I'm not
Yes,
saying
for
that
sure.
they don't. There's a anomaly, but for the most part, me and you done had some conversations about some stuff
Yeah, we would
that I
say-
know that you've never told
Yes,
anybody.
100%.
You get what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Right.
well, and that's fine.
But
See,
Wait,
so-
wait,
so-
wait,
but here's
wait,
the thing.
you go.
That's
In
what
my
I'm talking
defense,
from a term-
let me
from a-
defend
from a-
myself.
From a term of like, let me land this real quick. So like from a terms of just like you said, from friendship, from men and women, it's a liability. It's a liability to have just a platonic female friend.
No, it's not.
Because
What? You're an
self-control?
not
Can
an
I land
actual
what I'm
decent
saying? Can I
human
say- I can
being.
tell you why.
Hey, you see the people
I don't
quiet,
just
right?
say-
You see the
listen,
people who not talking.
listen, you see
We
what
ain't
I'm
saying
saying?
nothing.
You see what I'm saying? Like, it's a reason why you, even just that, just being able to get your thought off, get things off your chest. Women gonna tell you, oh, well, you shouldn't
How many
feel that
times
way.
have
Oh,
you
why would
interrupted
feel that
her
way?
tonight?
You get what I'm saying?
How many
Stop.
times have you cut her off tonight?
Who?
Oh my
How
God.
many times have I cut you off?
Yeah, but
You get what I'm saying? You see how I start going back to other things like that? Like, even just in the way that we communicate. You know what I mean? It's
Welcome to What You Think, Coach
It's
Wade.
not productive.
Yeah.
I don't
You
think
get what I mean?
Yeah, because
Not
see, you
you.
just
Oh,
made a
You're an
comment.
anomaly.
okay.
I
Like
am
I
an
said,
anomaly.
look, what I'm saying is all men and women understand. Even just the whole thing while we talking and giggling on the mics and all this and all these other things like that. Like, you know what I mean? They're in their 40s. You know what I mean? We talking about we are grown ass adults trying to have a conversation.
I got
And this is still
grown-ass
the way that
adults
the
as
conversation
kids.
is happening. You get what I'm saying? So like, and then truthfully, all right, and if we being completely honest, you serve no utility to me as a friend. If we're out and some danger happens, I have to risk my life to protect you. But
you would do that as a friend.
If we go somewhere and you don't have money,
horrible.
women look for
Yeah.
men to cover them.
Yeah, drop
You get
that
what I'm
ego,
saying?
bro.
Women don't share their resources with men. You know what I mean?
Yes,
And
they
then
do.
even
You might
still,
talk to my husband. Right
even still, right? She's saying like a dude don't have to come with any money. You know how bad she gonna talk to
didn't
that
say
dude?
no money.
Whenever, you know what I mean? If he
I
try
never
to
said that.
put his foot down as a man, you know how she gonna talk to him?
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So really, where is the incentive at? Where is the
should
incentive
there be
for a
an
man
incentive
to be
to
platonic
be a
friends
human being,
with a
to
female?
have friends,
Yes,
to
yes.
have community, to
Yeah,
have
friendship
family.
is a
virtue.
chemistry thing, a mixture thing. My friend Melissa Deese, she's been my friend for years. We've never had anything crazy. Real
And I have
friends.
friends like that too.
I know her husband. She knows my love, Katrina. Life is good. It's good to have female
But how
friends.
do you know
'cause-
her though? But how do you let's dive into that relationship. How do y'all know each other?
Because we're friends.
No. How did y'all become friends? I'm asking, how did y'all become friends?
Just through we
Hanging
work
out?
together.
Oh.
We
I
work
I mean, does
together.
that really matter?
Like this
Yes.
Oh, okay. 'cause
Yes,
that
it
was
does.
my-
Yes, it does. It matters. It matters because if y'all built the friendship based off of the fact of just like connections and networking, that's different.
That's what you think
That's
about.
really different.
How is that
You get what I
real?
mean?
I'm probably
But
gonna get
it's
in trouble
still
for
a
saying this.
friendship, though.
I'm probably
So
gonna
what
get in
you're
trouble.
saying
Hold
is
on,
that women are only useful for you.
I'm gonna point at people because we got.
I'll answer you. I promise.
Jamal,
I promise.
stop. I'm gonna point at people because we got everyone talking at once, and it's.
I'm probably gonna get in trouble for saying this, but I have met someone in the club who tried to talk to me. Right, me find out in the conversation that we have some things in common as far as what we do for a living. Right, I even offered her a job. That being said, once she came and she did her interview, and I gave her the job, it was clear that hey, that's just it. We're just be friends.
Yeah,
and we're still friends.
But that's networking. That's business. That's
But it
business.
started. You said
It
where
can
you
be-
said where'd you meet her at? I met her in the club.
Right. You met her in the club, but here's the thing. What's under the context? How did the relationship got further because of business, because of connections? You know what I'm saying? So that was different. That's not.
But
that's
isn't
not
that how a lot
exactly
of friendships start, anyways?
Yeah.
With
So,
even
like,
with Hell on
Jamal,
Men.
She's just
It
Because
can,
I wouldn't
but
have
here's the
met you if it wasn't for you fighting at UFC.
True.
I met you
True,
at
but
the
at the
Apex.
same time, but then that's when all the other things that I said come into play. You know what I mean? We talk and you disagree with a lot of things that I say, right? Have we ever clashed like that? Why?
No, because you're scared of me.
Right, because you let, but at the same time, you let me land whenever I'm talking. You let me land. And even if we started, he's like, "Hey, yo, bros, we're gonna respect each other."
I mean, as grown adults in disagreements, you should be able to
this
still
line,
be
like,
cool.
all right, we respect each
you
other,
can't
so we have that line and we keep that line.
no,
Women have a hard time keeping that line, bro,
But
especially when they don't agree.
But see, this is where if we go all the way back to what I was saying, though, I really do believe that the reason that women have to approach, because there are more beta males than alpha males. We're around alpha males a lot.
I've never heard of beta.
So when we're around
Writing it
alpha
down.
males a lot, that's
You've
what we
never
see,
heard
that's
the
what we
term?
feel. But we don't have a lot of beta males that we hang around. I mean, majority of your friends have to be alpha. They have to be able to deal with you.
That's right.
Same for me. I'm not gonna do well with someone soft. I'm just not gonna do well.
I
with
mean, you're
them.
not getting any beta males hanging out
But
with
where did
fighters and
I-
athletes
Who-
either like that.
Where did beta males come from?
So
A lot of places.
Who
actually.
made them?
All right,
Who made these beta males?
Let them respond.
can I make a comment?
Yes.
So I moved back from Hawaii, like I said, going through a divorce. The people that I choose to hang out with are married couples that have been together for like 29 years. It's not polyamory, but I feel safe with them. And I'm a like diversion for both parties that are kind of like, I think I'm just making their marriages last longer because I love the wife and the husband, and I mean, I guess I have daddy issues or whatever. Because I lost my dad young. But like I feel safe in that environment because I'm not with like some dude that's trying to.
It's 2-on-1 because if he tries to sleep with you, he's gonna ruin his life.
He would never because he's
because he don't want to ruin his life.
Yeah,
No,
but they're real friends.
But you get what I'm
too.
saying?
They
She's
have a
more
real
friends. I
friendship.
guarantee you, she's more friends with the girl than she is with the guy.
No, I always.
All right, so
I think
you
you're a
and
little
that
biased,
man,
Yes.
can go to lunch, can just go out to lunch
Yeah,
and go
100%.
go hang out like how like how guys go on trips together. You can go out, you can just go out on the trip with that
I
guy.
have.
I wouldn't go
Just
on
you
a
and
trip
him.
with him.
I
have.
I would take.
And
I
not
have
without
done that
his
with
wife.
some of my friends.
Without his wife.
No, I go take them to.
No, I'm
comedy
asking
events.
you, can you go and hang out?
I wouldn't
go on
do that
all
because it's a friendship.
He said, "Can you?"
Why not?
It's respect at the end of
Yes.
the day.
Hey, yo,
If it's
dude,
a friendship.
if I was like, yo, bro, I got this extra ticket to go to Cancun real
Can I
quick.
take your
we
wife?
gonna no, you trying to go? You
Yes,
trying to slide?
absolutely.
He gonna slide. You gonna try to slide? You get what I'm saying?
I would never-
So if you wouldn't, so how are you really friends like that with him? If you can't just, you know what I'm saying?
I have had
So
male
I
friends
see
that-
your point.
But that
yes,
doesn't- that
there is a
doesn't really
different
apply to us
friendship
as much as
between
it
men
would
and
for
men and
somebody
man and
else.
woman.
But-
There is a different dynamic in the friendship.
Yeah.
So of course I can go to Cancun with you, but if you ask my wife, go to Cancun with me.
yeah, no.
I'm like, oh,
No, I wouldn't do that. But I'm not talking about that.
No, but
I
that's why I
wouldn't be,
say it's different.
because here's the thing. I'm not saying I'm friends with you and your wife.
Everybody got
you
to die.
my people.
Everybody.
Your wife is my people. It's based off the fact that you my people.
burn it down
You
low.
feel what I'm saying?
Yes.
You feel what I'm
but
saying?
A guy and a woman, a man and woman should be able to be friends and then not be anything weird. Because there are real platonic friendships.
No, bro.
I've
That's
had-
not how we
There are
wired,
Bro,
bro.
I have plenty of female friends I've had for 20 plus years and I've never done anything with. They're more like sisters to
They
me.
don't find you attractive.
It's not that. It's not that.
That's what it is. You got friend zone.
I didn't get friend zone. Why does the guy always have to be the one to get friend zone?
yeah.
You say what?
It's not that I got friend zoned.
I friend zoned plenty of girls in my day, and we're real friends.
What she look like?
You know, I'm serious.
This guy is all one
problem
today.
right
Asking questions, bro. Look,
It's because he
I'm
thinks
just
a
being
certain way and
real.
he can't see other perspectives.
I can't. Look, I can see other. I can see other.
Do you have
people.
any sisters
I'm just
or
thinking
your
like. I'm just
brothers?
thinking.
You
log-
don't trust
I'm just thinking
yourself
logic.
around women,
It's
and
not
you
that I don't
think
trust
every
them.
other guy's the same way. It's not like that.
Drop the
It's
mic.
not like
I got
that.
four sisters.
That's a
and
Trust
three
tell.
myself.
brothers.
Wait. What do you mean by that? What do you mean by
You don't
trust
trust yourself
myself
around women.
What do you mean by trust myself around
You don't
women?
trust yourself.
In what way?
You'll want to do something sexual with them. You can't.
That's the only reason why I'm chilling with you.
That's what I'm saying. I just said it, bro.
Other than
And that's what I
other
said.
than that, because here's the thing. Like I said,
I can hang out with women without trying to have sex with them.
Like I said, right? And we went out and we were hanging out, right?
Uh-oh.
And the guy comes up and he starts accosting you. You're going to expect me to defend you from that, right?
Yeah, you should though.
Yeah, you should as a man.
You should do that as a good human being.
Thank you,
As a
coach.
good
And you
human
just get a simple
being.
question. You say instantly your manhood got to be attacked. That's another reason why. That's another
I
reason
got
why.
people around me
we
that's
put
going,
with
"Who's the
female
man?"
friends, female
If you
friends
with him
makes
right
no
now in
sense.
the bars, what fuck with him? You go defend
So
him
every
too.
decision
We have our
you make
homies all the
has to be
time.
something she likes, or you're not a man. You know what I'm saying,
Bro, if I'm
That's
chilling,
real.
if I'm chilling with 3 fighters and we're in a bar and they start messing with me, I expect you guys to get my back.
You're
to.
supposed to have your back.
I got you, bro. Don't worry about it. I got
Hold on, hold on.
Thanks, Coach.
If it's some beef, you
I'm
and
sitting
one
next to Coach
dude,
Wade.
one-on-one, you gonna be like, yo,
What is that?
squabble up.
What is that? I don't know that. I don't know what
Yeah,
that
I
is.
don't know. What
You don't know what it
I
is.
don't know what you're talking about. I don't understand that.
What, one-on-one?
I don't understand that. No.
It's
don't.
one-on-one.
If I'm with my friend,
Yeah, and there's a problem. We're gonna
It's a
defend
problem.
it. We're gonna defend it.
I don't even understand. It's
There's still a chance for you to fight. If you,
It's team combat
Hey,
league.
I'm gonna be real.
if you somewhere and I'm with you and you get into something, it's gonna be
With you.
2-on-1. I'm telling you, I'm not gonna. I'm busting. I'm
Won't
not
be
going.
nothing left by the time you get there, coach.
But I'm.
He's still gonna get. He's still gonna get.
Probably
He's still
not.
gonna
But
get.
I'm
Nothing
not
left
built
for that
like that.
nigga
I'm
by
not
the time
built
you
like
get
that.
there.
My
But
mind
here's the
doesn't work
thing,
like
here's
that.
the thing. I get you on that.
I'm
It
on
depends. It depends on that. But at the same time, if he tell you, hey yo, bro, I got him one-on-one. You're going
If he's telling me that's what he
a little
wants,
different.
Let me
That's a
listen.
little
I'm gonna let that ride. I'm gonna let that ride.
Yeah.
It's never gonna happen this way. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's never gonna happen that way. All right, let's say, all right, bro, he runs up and he snatches your purse. You get what I'm saying? Should I not chase after this guy? Hey, stop that guy.
No,
you
What you doing?
No, stop.
It's an added risk. And then that even further proves my point.
Added risk
At least
for
with
you
him.
being
Hold on. That further proves my point. If you're out with me, now I got somebody that can actually help. She not gonna help me fight nobody. What good is she gonna do to help me fight dudes?
Jamal, can I talk right now?
Yes, please.
First off, I have friends, and I was gonna say about the start talking about you have to be colleagues. Jesse Vargas, I've known him since high school. Before he was anyone, okay, before he had world title, till this day, me and him are friends. We have gone on trips together with his girlfriend. Me and him by ourselves because he needed something with his tequila brand. Not once has that guy been disrespectful. Not once has he been crossing any lines.
Him trying to smash you is disrespectful?
No, well,
If
it
they're
kind of
friends,
is.
yes.
If they're friends, yeah.
Him trying to smash you is disrespectful.
I just want to say once again, I'm not coming back. I just want to say this is my last.
Like, hold on. Like,
I did not know what I was
disrespectful.
It is.
What I got on here.
Crazy to
I
me.
won't be his friend because I feel comfortable with him. I can get myself with him.
Exactly.
I don't feel like he's sexualizing me in any type of way.
That's right.
Therefore,
So
I feel
you don't think he finds you attractive?
Maybe he does, but he doesn't act on it.
She feels safe.
Because
I know Jesse. And regardless if he finds you attractive or not, he don't even see that now because you guys are real friends.
We friends.
When you're real
Exactly.
friends,
All right,
you
but
look
he's
at it
into-
like that.
We've known each other since high school, and and I have like other
Mark,
friends.
are you
that,
taking notes so that Jamal can
I
read
am
these
so
later?
entertained.
If it's your real friend, you're not looking at her like,
Man, come on, man.
To all my sponsors,
Come on, man.
listen.
Oh, my sponsor.
I didn't know what I was getting myself into. Please don't cut my check off tomorrow.
you know,
But he
I
don't-
feel
he
men
don't-
and women can be friends
Yeah,
for
I
sure.
do too.
I got female friends.
I think it's very rare cases. It's not as it's not. I think it would have to be very, very super rare cases.
For
You
you.
know what I'm saying?
That's
Because
sad.
no woman, no
That's
woman,
very
no woman.
sad.
Women are. They want to extract
No, you're
resources.
talking like we're just
they want
objects.
Your, they want your resources.
Exactly.
things in your man.
How old are you, by the way?
The only thing that he wants
How old are
is
you?
that he
35.
wants a woman for his pleasure, and that's it.
No.
Because if he was able to have an actual relationship with a woman on a friendship, on a platonic level, then it wouldn't be all about sexualizing the woman.
Yep.
And that's the bottom line. So it's very sad that you think that way.
in all fairness, I'm being older at the table.
Yep.
In all fairness, this is something that you learn as you get older, right?
Yes.
When you're younger, I used to be a professional athlete
That's
as well, and when from age 25 to 35, the way I saw things isn't the way I see things now.
You're trying to smash everything, right?
100%.
It's not even that I'm
Not
trying to
me.
smash everything. I don't try to smash.
I never
Here's
did
the
such
thing.
a thing.
Hold on. Here's the thing. Do I try to smash every girl?
So I think
don't
that
No, real
as you
shit.
get
Do I try
older,
to smash every girl?
no, but I just think the
If you find them
mindset
attractive.
changes as you get older.
No, even if I find her attractive. Have I tried to smash you?
Not yet.
You get what I'm saying?
You guys haven't hung out.
But she's a guest on the show. You know what I'm saying? So she's more beneficial to me coming as a guest on the show.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying?
Goodness.
That's just being honest.
Damn,
that's
bro.
really because that's the
I wanna go axe
capacity in
throwing with you.
which I know her at this particular time. You get what I'm saying?
I hear you. I just think that when I was younger, I had a different mentality, and I'm not saying you're young by any means. You're 35.
Yeah, he's not
Yeah.
anymore.
You know, but
he's a grown-ass man.
when I was 45, which I'm not, at 45, I definitely saw life differently,
Yes.
right?
Y'all
And
told
I
me
will
this-
say this:
Oh,
after
my
I
bad,
got
Charles.
past 40, and to all those, I'm like 40. I'm lying, but I'm like 40.
40-ish.
But once I got past 40, I realized it wasn't as important for me to approach it from a sexual standpoint or even a physical standpoint for me.
That's not even how I'm approaching.
No,
it,
I'm not
for
saying
real.
you are.
I'm
I'm
just
saying
saying
in
I
general,
appreciate
for
you
me,
saying that as a man.
it was
Thank
about
you.
what else can you bring besides that for me?
Yes.
For me.
You have to offer some type of utility, right?
So what are you
Some
going to
type
offer,
of
homie?
utility. Some also type of utility, and we got. Yeah, matter of fact, yeah. Let them get to whatever questions they have for me, because she had a question for me that I wanted to answer. She clearly
Ask
has
your
things she
questions.
want to say.
Oh, I asked if you wanted to go axe throwing. I'll whoop you.
I don't think that can go on YouTube either.
They go on YouTube.
I won't throw
Ask
it
for-
at you, but you can't beat me. So
See, like even that. Like, why you trying to compete with me? Like,
Because why
didn't we
not?
just have a whole conversation about how
Do you
men
hear
should
what
be
you
competing
say?
with women?
Do you hear the words that come out of your mouth?
100% I do. I think about everything I say.
Okay, well
I'm very
then-
logical in the things that I say. And
you're
here's the thing.
analytical?
And here's the thing. And I'm gonna be and this is the thing about me, right? I'm gonna be real with you, whether it's like whether and I know the things that I'm saying are unfavorable. But here's the thing. A good majority of men think this way.
Fair.
Majority of men think this way.
I ain't say majority, but a lot
Which
of
is
men
why
do think
there's
that way.
a male
I'll
loneliness
say the
epidemic.
majority of men. Hold on. And what I mean by
I can only say a majority of young men.
So you mean
Majority
to
of
tell
young
me?
men.
So you mean to tell me the majority of men who finds a woman attractive aren't going to try to sleep with that woman?
No, but I don't think that was the
If
point.
she's not
That's
their
not-
friend.
yeah, that's
when
not-
someone becomes your friend.
She just said that they try to be. She tells me, "Oh, I just want friendship," and they always try to cross that line anyway. So clearly,
me?
that's not true.
I'm an
She
attractive
said it.
female.
No,
It's not
but
true.
the
She-
thing
I'm
is,
sorry, I'm-
you're back to the original thing. When she said yes, she approaches men. It's the difference of approaching someone, saying hello, and chasing them. First of all, I've had women approach me, and I've approached few women. The only woman I ever approached in my whole life, real talk, I put this on my parents, was Katrina, the lady I'm with now.
Your wife?
And yes, and we met organically at a football house party, and she talked to me, blah blah blah. So women do talk to people, just on some casual shit, So
But here's the thing:
there's nothing wrong with a woman approaching
Men want to have sex with women. This is the thing. Men want to have sex with women. If you talking about approaching, like from an approaching standpoint, That's what men trying to get to.
Yes.
But they
So
talking
a
about
man
friend
shouldn't be
zoning the
deterred
dude,
when he
and then
approaches
it's
the girl and they
then he
say
trying to
no.
cross out of that friend zone.
Next
Like,
on to
Walk
the
away.
next.
Yeah.
I have had friends that try to cross that friend zone after we established that we were friends, and honestly, I just don't feel comfortable.
I think
with
you know
that.
respect.
Yeah,
There's a
I was like, oh, wait a second. You like me like me?
Shouldn't be
No,
about
we're not
sex
good.
between man and
exactly.
woman. My love, my wife Katrina has several male friends, and I'm so territorial. I don't even like it that much, but I allow her to have them.
Yeah.
She's been on trips with her male friends, and I could trip, but I don't.
But
She's
you
in the
trust
Philippines
her.
right now.
Oh.
You know, with one of her male friends is there. This guy, Jason Velez, this master kung fu dude. They were in BGC yesterday. Called me on video phone. I'm
but
not
you
tripping.
trust her.
Because at the end of the day, Jamal.
You got better trust than me, nigga.
No, no, listen. If someone cheats on you,
nope.
It's Allah's plan.
Yep.
And not only that.
And this is a rare dude. This is a rare dude. He's thinking very, very rarely.
It's like,
most
if
men
someone-
ain't going for that.
Even you ladies, if a man cheated on you, you should be happy because you don't have to spend all your energy and time on this fucking guy anymore.
100%.
Now we getting off into something. Now we getting off into something else.
I'm just saying,
because I think cheating is when you enter and she thinks she's in a monogamous relationship.
She thinks.
She thinks. Yes, that's what you agree
Both
to.
people have
Y'all
to
let
think
me
it.
finish what I'm saying. Damn. He's saying basically. So what I'm saying is, I believe cheating is whenever a woman thinks she's in a monogamous relationship with a man,
Deceit.
and then he steps
Deceit.
outside of that.
Yes.
And then he
Deceit.
steps outside of that. See, you
Yes.
get triggered. You like even that, bro. What good is the female friend? You can't even say. You hear a word and all of a sudden you're triggered.
Yeah.
What did I say that was just wrong?
But it's so deceit is what
You
you're
know what I'm
saying.
saying? That's
Deceit.
is that not what cheating is? You believe that this man is only going to be faithful to just you, and then he doesn't.
Absolutely.
That's all
All
I
right, I
just
want
said.
to get
And they
everyone's
still over
last
there.
thought on
They
this
can't even
because it's
have
almost 10 o'clock, so we got to
it's
wrap it
a
up.
school
I love it.
I know.
Yeah, it's
I
a
love
school
it.
night.
But yes, that is cheating because you had an agreement with someone and you broke that agreement. So you're saying if there's no agreement, it's not cheating.
No, I believe that man should straight up tell me right out from the jump. Yo, I want to be with multiple women, not just you.
Yeah, you're right. If that's
And
what you
that
want to be,
is-
you
I would
should.
prefer that because it gives me the choice.
Have a choice.
You don't
Walk away.
I would
she
prefer
does.
a man
She
to-
wants- She prefers that as the
Yeah,
choice.
because
Tell him
she
to tell her that because it gives her the option
Exactly.
to
be with him or not.
decline,
Yeah.
accept or decline.
I'd rather someone be honest with me, be like, okay, I'm not gonna judge you.
You prefer that, but you still give him a chance?
No, hell no.
That's my point.
And see,
That's
and
why
listen,
he gonna lie
listen
to you.
He gonna lie to you.
That's exactly why he's gonna lie to you.
What's gonna happen?
No. Because you know what though? I told all of my exes, I was like, you know what? If you
right?
decide, my exes, if you decide that you want to be with somebody else, I said I'd rather have you tell me and let me have a choice
100%.
than take my freaking choice away. You
Yeah.
don't. That's
not gonna
so
do that.
fucked
The
up.
world don't work
You know,
that way.
It's just
and
not
you know
gonna
what? And if we're not on the same page, that's okay because there are other women out there that would be okay with that.
Yes.
So find them.
Yeah.
Yes.
But don't find me if that's what you're looking for.
100%.
And I completely agree with that. I
Yeah.
completely agree with that. But unfortunately, men aren't going to do that. Men aren't going to do that.
And that's why
going to
there's a
fear reject-
male
So they're going
loneliness
to come at you like,
epidemic.
hey, buddy, you want to like catch sushi sometime?
Hey, buddy,
Let's
old
catch
pal.
a movie. It's nothing. We're cool. We're pals. We know each other. And then
If
Men
men
cheat,
don't learn to
Yeah, but
evolve,
not every man cheats, not every girl
See,
cheats.
here's the-
If
A
men
high
don't-
majority might, but not every.
even so, all I've
what's his
just
name,
done
Jamal?
is for real,
Hey,
is just
Jamal.
be honest. You get what I'm
Sorry,
saying?
listen.
And you see how it's received. That's why men lie. You get what I'm saying?
No,
why
that's an
men are
excuse.
Men
deceitful.
shouldn't lie.
That's why men are deceitful.
hey Jamal.
You know what I'm
if-
saying?
So
There's
you're
a
saying
male
manipulative.
loneliness epidemic for a reason,
technically.
okay? If men don't learn to evolve emotionally and mentally, then they're not going to ever get to the point where they're truly happy. They're not going to get the things that they actually want out of life. Okay? We got to learn how to grow and evolve. Period.
We don't mentally grow and evolve from what? From what exactly?
Well, you're on a hamster wheel and you're 35, right?
What hamster wheel am I on?
Being a womanizer, your ego.
See how
and
she just
pride.
called me?
Whoa.
What makes me a womanizer?
Whoa, that
way
was
that
not
you-
the
What makes me a
direction. I did not
womanizer?
expect that to happen.
What
You've
makes me a
been talking.
womanizer?
I've watched the show the last.
What's the
3
definition of a womanizer?
Just how you talk about women.
That's not how you. That's
don't
not the definition
appreciate
of a
them.
womanizer.
You
is.
objectify them.
Yep.
That's not what
Ego.
women objectify themselves. What makes me a woman? What is the definition of a womanizer?
I gotta look it up.
Well,
Jamal?
basically,
That can't beat
A
me
person
up.
It's the dude that they're saying the guy that's lying to women, that's out abusing and mistreating and misusing women. All right, I don't do that.
Yes,
I don't do that.
Okay.
Well,
here's the thing. I think y'all are both
based on the
definition.
based on the definition, you are wrong.
Yes.
So the definition.
Me?
A womanizer is a man who routinely seeks out short-term sexual relationships with multiple women, often charming them without serious intent. That's not what he had described.
That's deceit.
That's not what he described.
That's not who. That's not what I described.
Yeah, so he would not be a womanizer based on that definition.
You feel what I'm saying? But see, women have this thing, and this is another reason why. Like I said, when you have discussion,
he said that's why men lied. He said that's why he lies.
Yes.
He said
Yes.
he said from the beginning that he
You've
tells
heard
them.
me talk many times. Do I lie to women?
No,
He said from the beginning he tells them.
he
He said that from the
does.
beginning.
I've been with me and my girl have been together for almost 4 years.
He said from the
You
beginning
get what I mean?
that he tells
He's talking
them.
about men.
Me and my girl have been together for almost 4 years.
So
How many other women are you
You
checking
get what I'm
out?
saying?
Oh, he's open. He says what he does.
So my woman knows exactly what how our relationship goes and you know what I mean. And you talk in short term, a lot of women that I have been with outside as women I've known for a long time. You get what I'm saying? So the short term, the whole short term, and all this and that, like that don't fit me at all. But this is what women, especially women like that, the older, masculine, already cute and all of that, they just try to throw out terms. They try to demonize you. And this is exactly why. And this is exactly why I said,
older masculine ones.
Wait. This is why exactly what I'm saying. Where would the use of this friendship be? Where if I actually, let's say if I was actually vulnerable and I was actually thinking about some stuff, y'all don't talk to many men, y'all coaches, y'all have guided many men, have come to you with difficult things that they're challenging or they're carrying in their life. Why would they go to them when you're gonna be judged, you're gonna be called things and all this? Oh, well, it sounds like you. She don't even know the definition. She don't even know the definition of it, but she'll throw it out there.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
But what about the woman like myself that men do come to me and like open up and tell me their issues and all this stuff, and I'm just there for them, especially like being in a male dominated field. Like I feel like I am that person to a lot of people. Actually,
We've done that before. You and I.
Like,
we've had those conversations.
I don't know.
Like I said, there's exceptions. There's exceptions to the rule, but exceptions don't make the rule.
Yeah.
I apologize for calling you a womanizer, but it is the ego.
But what ego am I? Well, here's the thing. What ego am I speaking with? I'm just speaking from my perspective, and I'm leaving the floor. People with ego don't leave no room to be challenged. I've let everything I've said.
No, but
I put it out there. I put it out there as a question, and I've listened to. I'm willing to listen to what you have to say, listen to your opinion, and then give mine. You get what I'm saying?
And debate it, yeah.
Egotistical people don't do that.
All right, we need to wrap it up. It's 10:04.
All right, my wrap up
She's gonna wrap
is
up.
if this episode does not prove that women and men should not be competing against each other in no type of way, I don't know what does.
True.
Yes.
Elaine, you gonna come back?
I'm sorry?
You gonna come back?
Yeah, I'll come back anytime.
All right.
Thank
Dude, you coming back?
Man, I had a great time. First of all, hey, I love everybody here. All you guys rock. And there's nothing wrong with
have an open
intense
discussion.
conversation.
Hey.
That's what makes this nation, guys. So thank you. Allahu Akbar, all you guys out there.
Coach Wade, you coming back?
I gotta see what those sponsors say tomorrow.
You had fun, though. You had fun.
If those sponsors
I've never
say,
seen you
hey,
smile
yeah,
this
we gonna
much.
rock with you, I'm back. But if they say, hey, we cutting your money, I'm out.
And the ladies,
some new
I guess they're not
sponsors.
coming back.
Yeah, they're not
'cause
coming
already
back.
leaving.
They dropped the mic.
They're out. All right, we're out too. Follow, like, subscribe. We'll see you next week.
See what you think.
Hey, I think like you're trying to get one of those waters away. I'll take that.